Hello, how are you guys? Hi. All right. Let me go ahead and shuffle, shuffle, shuffle. What's up, Rick? Power of the P, I love you too. Wow, member for 12 months. You have been a dragon for 12 months. That is incredible. Excuse these unbecoming headphones. They are so big. They're as big as my head. But they're the only ones that truly keep the sound out. So here we are. All right. So welcome, guys. We're obviously doing all signs. This is going to be messages from your higher self. I am doing it for Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter placements. So if you feel like you don't resonate with one sign, make sure you check for your other placements. All super chat questions are going to be on hipsy.com/Violetta Alexis. If you don't know how to get there, you don't know how it's spelled, it's going to be the pinned comment right there at the top of the chat. Okay, so keep that in mind. And for future reference, if you guys want 15% off your future super chat questions, then make sure that you order before the live so that way you can get that. I also have readings available up there and all of that good stuff. So make sure that you check it out. What's up, Vanessa? What's up, Rose? Okay. All right, guys. Carmelita, hello. It's so nice to see you. And Rick, obviously, just keep reminding everybody because I know that they might be confused about why they can't order a super chat in the YouTube. Obviously, you know what to do, but just make sure that you obviously inform them where they can do that at in the chats. It's so nice to see you guys. What's up, Danielle? Hi. So good to see you. Hello, Vanessa Williams. Hello, Lindsay. Hello. Look at all these beautiful ladies in my chat. How lucky am I? Every guy wants to be me. They just need to admit it. Okay. All right. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started with Aries, and then we're going to work our way down to Pisces like we usually do. Once again, all questions for super chats can be to can be forwarded to hipsy.com/Violetta Alexis. Pinned comment in the chat. All right, so let's go ahead and take a look. Hello, Ryan. Oh my God, we have a man in here besides Rick. I can't believe it. We're the lucky ones. Oh my God, stop it. Keep going. Hi, Captain Barbosa. Good to see you. All right, guys, let's go ahead and get right into this then. All righty, all righty. Hello. Speaking of Hipsy. Hello, Hipsy's in the chat. Work your way down. Lindsay, I expected better. No, I didn't. What's up, Happy Go Lucky? Your beauty and brains. Oh, I love you. God, look at this chat. Just trying to stroke my ego. No, trying to go in the opposite direction. Oh my gosh. And Timothy, another man in here. Wow. Okay. Interesting. Well, they know that this is where the ladies are at. That's the only reason that they're here. Okay, guys, without further ado, let's go. Complexity. Oh my God, I love you so much. I was just thinking about you yesterday. No, we're not doing. I have the AC at 67 degrees specifically because I wanted to wear this sweater so much that I was like, I'm putting the AC all the way down to 67, honey. And that's that. What's up, Marie? Okay, let's go ahead and get into this before I sit here and just talk all day. Oh my gosh, another man is in here. Hello, Kevin. What are they doing in here? They found out about us. Okay. God, we need to whiten those teeth. I don't even smoke cigarettes anymore, thank God. Right? 5 years off of that, but that caffeine and those blonde lattes, honey, they'll do you in. Okay. I'm sorry that I listened to like really dark meditation music, and it was just like it was starting to feel like a gothic atrium in my head. Hello, Venus and Scorpio. I might be a man, but I'm not that type of man. Oh, okay. Only the classiest in this chat, period. The executive in the house. Espresso was an oral bat, right? Ugh. You were extra funny tonight, V. You know, the last stream I did for Hipsy, I was very tired, but I was pushing through. I was pushing through, honey. Okay, all right, all right. Enough of the chit chat. Let me go ahead. Messages from your higher self. My ear itches. Okay. This is another way for me to hide my big ears. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at Aries. Okay, Aries. It's my spicy, spicy Aries. All super chat questions, hipsy.com/Violetta Alexis. Take a look at the pinned comment. All right, let's take a look. The 9 of Wands for what your higher self wants to tell you. The why is the 6 of Cups. And what you should do about it is the World. No reversals. Interesting. Tell me about that 9 of Wands. Two of Wands, 8 of Pentacles in reverse. You're meant to be more than what you're doing now. And I know that sounds cliche, but aren't you bored? Boredom is, in my opinion, truly a signal for when you are not being challenged or you are not challenging yourself enough. Aren't you tired of, all right, let's be super cliche and be like those tarot people and make it all about romance. I'm just kidding. I'm not throwing shade. I mean, I am, but maybe that's passive aggressive for it to be. But maybe it's that you are constantly dating somebody that seems like the exact same person in a different body. And you're like, well, this is what I'm used to. It's like, okay, well, but you're better than that, right? Or do you want to be better than that? If it's a job that you've been at and you just keep clocking away and every day is the same and you're just like, okay, right? You're just become this illegitimate robot, right? On standstill, just going about the motions when you know that there's more for you there. And do you keep giving in to a 9 to 5, but you know that you're meant to be something else? You're meant to be a painter, an artist of some sort. And that's the beauty about being an artist. You don't have to apply, you just do it, right? So, what is the thing? Because you have to now come out of your comfort zone. And I feel like it's something that stems from childhood, as does everything, right? Everything stems from childhood. And I don't think that this is an exception. But you have to go after it. You have to fight for it. It's not something that's going to come easy, and sometimes the greatest things just don't. you know? Everyone's like, "Oh, just go with the current. Just go with the current." No strength is built off of going with the current. And sometimes it's okay to do that. Sometimes you just need to because it's out of your control, right? But if you're just going with the current just because you're like, well, I'll wash up onto shore and, I'll put myself back out there one of these days. Okay, well, all right, weakling. No, I'm just kidding. But your higher self wants you to do more because you are more. The why, wow, 6 to the 7. 6 of Cups, 7 of Cups, 2 of Pentacles in reverse. Some of you truly have, I don't want to say completely lost your fantasy, but a lot of you have abandoned something that you wanted. And I don't know if it was just this picture perfect person, you know, or you just felt like you kept lowering your standards, or you're like, oh, well, that's, you know, maybe that's unrealistic or whatever. No, I think that what you need to do is I think that you need to bring that fantasy back into your reality. Um, and this, I know that I say it all the time. Okay. So please forgive me. But Sagittarians, if you notice, like Sagittarius people, right, they're ruled by Jupiter, they're delusional. But half of the people in the world are that are famous are Sagittarius, Sagittarius people, right? Taylor Swift, Billie Eilish, Britney Spears, shall I go on? Jake Gyllenhaal or whatever his name. Like they all have these crazy, right? So a little bit of delusion doesn't always have to be so bad. If anything, it's going to open more doors for you than realism ever could. What you need to do with this information, the world, the Page of Pentacles, the 10 of Pentacles in reverse. Don't worry so much about like, oh God, well, you know, is it going to work out in 10 years? You just need to do the thing. Sometimes you just need to pick up the paintbrush. Sometimes you just, right? How do you eat a whale? One bite at a time. Okay. So whatever it is that you're doing now, I feel like you've mastered it or you're on your way there or whatever the case, it's done. It's done. Be like, I achieved that. Yay. Okay. You know, and that doesn't mean that you kill. I'm not telling you to quit your day job. Dear God, don't come for me. You quit your job and then you're like, Violetta told me to quit my job. No, no, no. I'm not saying that. I'm saying pick up the paintbrush, right? Metaphorically. Fixed, anomaly, conclusions are within reach. Are you like rejecting a part of yourself that's incredibly unique that you think the world won't understand? Now I'm getting that song by the Goo Goo Dolls, Iris. And I don't want the world to see me because I don't think that they'd understand. Okay. That's the lyric that I heard. Okay. That's for somebody. Okay. But don't lose sight of that thing that makes you so deliciously beautiful. Because it's there. That's what's going to get you to where you want. But you have to challenge yourself. You have to be willing to open yourself up to that. Okay. So thank you so much, Aries. I love you. If you would like to book a super chat with me, you can visit hipsy.com/Violetta Alexis. You can find that in the pinned comment on the top of the chat in the chat box. I'm going to have to say that 11 more times this evening. Maybe 12 if I'm feeling super frisky. All right, let's see. Are those the yes, Carmen, these are the headphones you got me. Absolutely. Yes, it is. Hello, Noodlehead. This hipsy is pretty cool, right? Oh, I love it. It's pretty awesome. All right. Taurus. Oh my God, I forgot to start my event on Hipsy. I'm so sorry. I'm still getting used to it. I'm so sorry. View and manage. Start live event. Only 15 minutes late. Not a big deal. Oh my God. Oh no. Don't tell me that I just did that. Okay. All right. We're good. Oh, dear God, help me. All right. Sorry about that. Thank you. I'm so glad I did not freaking see that. Okay. All right, let me make sure we're all good to go. Okay, are we good on Hipsy? I think we're good. I'm so sorry. I totally forgot. Oh, man. I can't believe I forgot. Okay, it's open now on Hipsy. I'm so sorry. I didn't start the freaking thing. I'm so sorry. Oh my God. All right. Taurus. Let's go ahead and take a look, Taurus. Taurus, I want to see what your higher self has to say to you. Your higher self says 7 of Pentacles in reverse. Why? The 8 of Cups. The Hierophant for what you should do about it. Tell me about that 7 of Pentacles. Ooh. 2 of Cups in reverse. 5 of Cups. Oh my goodness. Why do you torture yourself so much? Man, you just must. You know what it reminds me of? Don't laugh. It reminds me, I mean, you can if you want. But it reminds me, I mean, maybe it's not that funny. Maybe it's a little dark, but it reminds me of those like sacrilegious people, like they mess something up or they do something and then they like whip themselves through the streets. Like they just, oh God, I'm so sorry. Like, you know, like maybe just leave it to God to do that, or, you know, maybe leave it up to karma. Or if it's that, it's not even necessarily something that you did bad, but something that someone else has done to you or people have done to you. Why do you keep wasting your time on it? You know, or are you still accepting that type of behavior into your life? Are you still accepting those kind of experiences? And why? Is there still truly something that you feel like you need to learn there? Or have you already learned the lesson, but you're not applying it? So you're ruminating about it, right? Because that's not going to do you any favors. It's like you're stressing yourself out more about something that has already happened. You know what I mean? And that happens. That's okay. Sometimes we need to process these things, absolutely. But it's time. Because I feel like this is about something that you've already processed and you're still like, "Well, you know, maybe I need to think about it more." All right, you know. Um, and for some of you, intuitively, you know, for some of you, you are wasting your time in a relationship, in a situationship, with a friend, whatever it may be, and you know it. And do you want to learn this lesson, dare I say, again? Dare I? I do. No. Why is it tell well, there you go. It's not what you want. It's not what you want. It's not. I bet this thing or this person or whatever it is doesn't even align with your higher morals or values. Not really. And why is it telling you this? Because the 8 of Cups walks away from the 7 of Cups. The 7 of Cups is delusional, right? We're wearing rose-colored glasses. It's delusional. And we're like, you know what? I don't think that's it. And then we walk away. That's what the 8 of Cups is about. And why is the 8 of Cups walking away? It's a solo journey, don't get me wrong, but the 8 of Cups is walking away to get to the 9 of Cups. And what is the 9 of Cups? Happiness. What I actually want on an individual level, not what anybody else tells me I want. But sometimes we have a hard time moving on from things because of our attachment. And usually this is because we're trying to resolve some kind of issue from childhood, from our teenage years. Well, you know, my dad never gave me the approval that I always wanted. So I stick around trying to live it out with this person or through this experience or at this job because I'm looking for daddy to give me a kiss on my forehead and tell me a good night story, right? Guilty. Totally guilty. No judgment here. But that's not, you don't need to be resolving it through others. It's something that you have to, after you process it, it's something that you have to detach yourself from. And I don't mean detach from your emotions. I mean, you have to look at it like somebody else was experiencing it, because when you're able to do that, you're able to look almost as if you're looking from a bird's eye view. And when you see things from a bird's eye view, right? Because, and it's like the analogy I use all the time. And I know that a lot of you guys that watch me for so long are tired of hearing it, but if I blindfold you and I put you right in front of a painting like this and I take off the blindfold and you're like this in front of the painting like an idiot, right? And I'm like, "Hey, Taurus, what is the picture of that painting? What is it?" And you're like, "I don't know. I think there's some purple in it." Right now, if I blindfold you again and tell you to take 10 steps backwards, and then I take off your blindfold and I say, "Hey, what is that picture?" And you're gonna be like, "Oh my God, it's a guy in a boat and there's a castle on a hill," and right, whatever, right? So sometimes you have to kind of remove yourself in a way and not be so close to the situation. And a lot of the times that's how you will resolve it. Then we have what you need to do with this information. Wow. It's almost giving me kind of what Spirit was giving me for Aries. There's something about once you stand on the foundation of who you are, right? And we're all still figuring that out, but I mean the core values, who you truly are, right? This is you. And you listen to that. I mean, you really listen to that and you follow through with that, your life will completely change. Nope, that is completely against what I believe as a human being. No, feels weird. No, no. Please listen to that. And you will find that you grow. Sagittarius, luck. Wow, the answers you need are coming. It's time to explore a little bit, Taurus. Not only that, but it's time to free yourself. Sagittarius is very much about adventure and optimism and can be about freedom in a certain way. And I really feel like you need to embody that energy. Very much reminds me of Aries because I was talking about Sagittarius energy in the Aries read, but I feel like once you do that, I really think that that's when you're going to get the answers that you need. There's something supporting you here. It could be an actual Sagittarius, but I feel like because Sagittarius is also what we believe in. And I really think that you need to stick to that, like what you believe in as a person, what you believe your relationship should look like, right? It doesn't mean you need to box yourself in. I'm talking about your core values. Not like, oh my God, well, they need to be 6'3" and they need to have blonde hair. That's not what I'm saying. Okay, I'm talking about your core values. And that's when you're going to see the greatest blessings. Thank you so much, Taurus. If you would like to order a super chat, you can do so on hipsy.com/Violetta Alexis. Okay. And you can look at the pinned comment in the chat box below. All righty. Oh, thank you, Carmen. Hello, Sean. It's nice to see you. Hello, Timothy. I think I already said hi to you. Hi, Deb. How you doing? All right. Do, 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 do. Okay, guys. Oh, God. Let's go ahead and do Gemini. You're welcome, Sean. I know that the dragons are so tired of hearing that painting analogy. I got to come up with a new one. Like, yes, yes, we heard about the blindfold in the picture. Oh my God. Hi, Lori. I miss seeing the super chats. I really like Hipsy, though. I think it's really cool, though. Like, when you can offer a discount if you pre-order, I think that's a great. And also, like, if somebody wants their super chat not to be public, they can also order it through there and only I can see it. So if they're like, because I got one earlier or yesterday that said, hey, please don't say my name. This is super personal, etc. And I was like, you know what? I'm just going to answer this person in private and I can send a recording. So I really like that. And I can send images, I can send text messages to answer super chats, things like that. I love that. I think it's a really cool tool. What's up? It's a good day. Are the super chats being answered at the end? I am going to answer 5 super chats after Virgo, and then I think I'm just gonna kind of see where we're at after that, and then we're gonna move on with the rest of the signs. But yes, we're gonna order, not order. I'm gonna order my end super chats so I can look cool. No, we're gonna read them. Don't worry, we're gonna get them all done. Yeah, sure, Lori, I get it, but I'm all about Hipsy, I'm not gonna lie, I really like it. Okay, so Gemini, let's see. All right, Gemini, what's your higher self wants to tell you? 9 of Cups. Why? 6 of Pentacles. The Page of Wands in reverse for what you should do with the info. Tell me about that 9 of Cups. Wow. My goodness. Ooh. I'm getting these messages tonight like, "You're more than you think you are, and you can do better." Like, I'm getting so much of those messages. Why am I hearing bring it back? Bring it back. Give me one more. The sun. Wow. I mean, this is so look at these cards. I mean, this is so just y- you know, I don't know who told you that you couldn't have something, or you didn't deserve something, or that you didn't deserve to be treated better, or whatever the thing is, but I need you to leave that in the past. There's something with that 9 of Cups where maybe there's some kind of contentment that you've had, but that Judgment and that Empress with that Sun tells me that there's something bigger, and you know it. For some of you, it's something related to beauty. Okay, just a side note. For some of you, it's something related to beauty or fashion. Okay, because this is Venusian energy. For others of you, this is about pure self expression. The masculine meets the feminine, having those aligned and balanced. This is gonna sound really corny, but I'm just gonna say it because it needs to be said. There's something that you are really great at when it comes to creating that could make a lot of people really happy. And I don't know what that is. I don't know if it's about you writing a book or you starting some kind of loach, God help me, life coaching business, but it's bigger than what you've been doing, or it's bigger than what you've already accomplished. And with that Empress and that Sun, I mean, the Empress, if you see how she's faced, she's not even looking at the Judgment card. It's like you already know it, but you have to leave something behind you, and it's that comfortable place. I'm getting a lot of messages like that. I mean, you guys also have to keep in mind Jupiter is in your sign. If there's any time to go after the thing that you want, it is that time. It is this time right now, especially if you're a Sun in Gemini. I made the most money when I had Jupiter in my Sun sign. My gosh. It was incredible. If you're gonna go after something, if you're really gonna make the change, if you're really gonna inspire people, if you're really gonna write the book, if you're really gonna do the thing, this is the time to do it right now. And whatever contentment that you've had, that's all well and good. There's nothing wrong with being content, but you were not meant to be content. You're meant to be incredible with that Empress and that Sun. But you have to believe it. The 6 of Pentacles, the Fool, the 2 of Swords in reverse. Stop accepting pennies. Stop accepting pennies for yourself. I really want you to trust whatever this journey is. I want you to trust the journey that you're on right now, but don't avoid it. Don't avoid it, because whatever this thing, and I know that you feel it, whatever that thing is, that little voice, that calling, that when you keep being feel like you're being pulled towards something, even someone, there's an absolute reason. Now, I'm not saying you're being pulled to, if you're being pulled towards this really hot guy named Bart, and he lives with his mom in his basement and he eats Cheetos all day and plays Nintendo Switch. That's not what I feel really pulled to him. Well, you need to ask yourself why you feel pulled to that. You know, like, okay, well, this is what I'm used to. This is what I'm content with, when it's like, okay, but like, of your higher mind though, what does it tell you, you know? And I really want you to trust that journey. I don't want you to avoid it. And another thing, and this is for somebody, stop making it about everybody else or what this person wants from you or what this person thinks you should be doing or that your parents think you should be. Listen, the best thing that I did was accepting that I'm just going to have to disappoint people. But I did not disappoint myself. In the end, there was some mess ups there, but I am so glad that I just did what I wanted to do, you know, from a higher perspective, of course, right? The Page of Wands in reverse. Uh Forget what you think you know about yourself. I'm not saying that it hasn't served you thus far, but it's not going to serve you with where you're going. And the sooner that you learn that, the sooner that you accept that, the less delays that you'll have in your life. Once you let go of the people that left your life, and you know, it reminds me of that quote. Everything I've let go of has claw marks on it. And that's really not a big Gemini trait, but it's for somebody. And I don't know who, but that's for somebody. And I want you to let go of the treatment that you've accepted in one way or another, and how people have allowed you to believe that this is only what you deserve, or this is what you should accept, or whatever. Because for some of you, there's been a person in your life, or there's been people in your life who have been jealous of you or felt like you were better than them or afraid you were going to leave them in some way or something like that. And so they needed to beat you down in order for them to feel better and kind of use you as a stepping stone to step on so they could feel tall and stand on their Gemini podium. Okay. We have Pluto, ghosts, and believe in the impossible. It's in the past. This is textbook. Everything I've let go of has claw marks on it. You know, I just heard, I don't know where this is coming from now. I'm getting all these messages with you guys. I heard if they want to ghost you, then let them die. Okay, metaphorically speaking, I just heard that. And Pluto's about death, you know what I mean? So oh my goodness. All the people or whatever the experiences, I'm just viewing them as like these bodies, like a hill of just bodies that you have to climb over. It reminds me of that Game of Thrones episode, Battle of the Bastards. Was it season 7? I can't remember, but it was crazy. It was like so crazy. They had to climb over these dead bodies. It was insane. And then they finally got what they wanted, but it's almost like you need to use your experiences as a ladder. So that is the dark cryptic message that I have for you, Gemini. Thank you so much. Please make sure that you like, share, comment, and subscribe. And if you guys want to order a super chat, you can do so on hipsy.com/Violetta Alexis. And that information can be found at the top of the chat in the little pinned comments, okay? Dun, 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 dun. Oh my goodness. All right. All right. Let's move on. We're going to go to Cancer. Hello, Cancer. Let's go ahead and take a look to see what your higher self has to say. The King of Swords. Why? 10 of Swords. What you need to do. 4 of Cups in reverse. Tell me about that King of Swords. Mm. Your mind could be a fabulous place if you could just take the lesson and actually apply. You're meant to lead in some way. It's through your thinking, how you think, how you communicate, your perspective. It's interesting because it almost makes me feel like the energy in which you've been living your life. I'm not saying you can't live through the heart space, but there's something here. Your greatest ideas, your greatest inventions, your greatest life experience. There's something about the way that you think that's going to bring something to you. And it's likely some kind of leadership role in life, like you're meant to be some kind of leader. For some of you, okay, this is just a side note. For some of you, if you become a lawyer or you become some kind of advisor in some way or something to do with government or the court system, you will succeed. Okay, that's for some of you. But you guys have a great head on your shoulders. Please don't forget that. And you may sometimes get tied up in your emotions that makes you feel crazy, or other people make you feel crazy for feeling a certain way. But truly, if you connect with your brain, you can do incredible things. And I think that's for anybody, but you specifically for some reason. And there's something to be had from that. And it's also telling me to tell you, make sure that you keep your mind open. Don't keep your mind so closed off to other people's opinions or ideas. And I say this because there are some people out there, right, where they will only listen to people that they automatically know that they'll agree with, or they'll only watch people that they know they'll agree with. I purposely, now listen to me standing on my podium, right? Like I'm better than everybody else. That's not what I'm saying. But I enjoy listening to people that I know I don't generally agree with, because what I'm doing is I am challenging my own thinking. And because I challenge my own thinking, or whomever does that challenges their own thinking, and they actually allow that, that means that there's a lack of resistance to knowledge. That means that there's a lack of resistance to being more well-rounded, to having a better perspective. Because if we just sit there and listen to people that we know we're going to agree with all day, that believe in the same thing, we're just in our little box, right? But when we open ourselves up to more opinions, or we open ourselves up to more perspectives, even if we don't agree, it doesn't mean that we can't learn something. There's something to be learned from everybody. People are a resource. And I know that may sound very robotic or whatever, but it's true. I'm a resource, you're a resource, it is what it is. So utilize that as you may. But you will find success in that. You will find success in that. Ooh, Queen and King of Swords. Yeah, so I mean, Wheel of Fortune is Jupiter. Queen of Swords, she's a, she's a little hard. She's a little spicy because she's been screwed over a lot. And she'll tell it like it is. But there's an evolution that should come from your experiences now, your beliefs, etc. Your thinking has to change, or you need to utilize your thinking more by opening yourself up to other people's thoughts, other people's experiences. There's something about leadership. There's something about leadership here. Can I get one more? What did I just say? I told you. Queen of Wands is a leader. It's Aries. It's Aries. She's a leader. This is the Game of Thrones deck. Daenerys Targaryen. She's the mother of dragons, right? She's Queen Bee. She's the leader. She doesn't care what other people think. That doesn't mean she's not open to advisors, right? But she's going to make her decision, and that's it. So, I mean, that's what you do, right? You listen to what other people have to say, you listen to a bunch of information, and you decide what's useful to you or not, or what you believe or don't believe. And then you make decisions from that place. Okay, well, this might be a hard pill to swallow. Uh, all right. For some of you, it's telling you that you need to be a little bit more grateful for a specific person around you. Okay. Because they're going to open you up to something. That's just for some of you. For others of you, it's time to get over your pity party. Ugh, I'm so sorry. I love you so much. But for some of you, that's what it's saying. Shit happens, right? Excuse my language, but things happen. And you can't wallow in that. Is that a word? It is now. You can't wallow in that. It's telling you that there has to be some kind of, you have to get to this point where there has to be some kind of level of emotional maturity about it. It's kind of like what I was telling oh man, was it Taurus? Where you kind of have to look at an experience as if it was happening to somebody else and be able to gain perspective from that, because that's how you're going to evolve. But it's truly about emotional maturity. Open yourself up, 3 of Wands, to more experience, and that's when, or more input or whatever, because that's the emotionally mature thing to do, right? Listening to other people's opinions and accepting that, even if it's really difficult. Doesn't mean you have to agree all the time, but hey, maybe you'll learn something, which is just going to make you a more well-rounded person. Square, curiosity. You are good enough. Okay. Some of you have some self-worth, self-value issues, okay, which can be challenging. And I think at some point that's a challenge for all of us, right, in different stages of our life. Um, but I really want you to ask yourself where that comes from, or why you think that you can't be a leader, or why you can't have this or be this or whatever. Ask yourself where that comes from and be honest with yourself. The square is telling me that there's a challenge, but I want you to be open to the challenges in life. I want you to be open to people that challenge your opinions, challenge your own thinking. A square sucks, right? It sucks. It sucks. A square sucks. It's the same energy as Mars. A square in astrology, it's an aspect that it carries the same energy as Mars, which is conflict, right? But what is Mars? Leader. A leader. It's like a diamond being made in the rough. A diamond is made in the rough. That's what a square is. A diamond can be had from it, but you have to open yourself up to the challenge. Thank you so much, Cancer. Please make sure that you like, share, comment, and subscribe. And if you want to order a super chat, you can do so on hipsy.com/Violetta Alexis. You can find that on the pinned comment in the chat box. All righty. All right, you guys. I am not trying to be weird, but I really have to pee. I'm so sorry. I have to go pee so bad. I'll be right back. Look at that hair. Right. Oh, Tiffany, thank you so much. Welcome to the Dragon family. I really appreciate it. Thank you. That means a lot to me. Okay. Let's move on to Leo. Hello, Leo. Let's go ahead and take a look at your the message from your higher self. The Death in reverse. The why is the strength. What you need to do with this info is the Knight of Swords. Tell me about that Death in reverse. I heard masterpiece. What's that Death in reverse about? Get out of your own head. It's like a nightmare in there, you know? You are talented beyond absolute belief. You have incredible ideas, especially it's either the gift of gab, the gift of writing, um, the gift of speaking, something to do with speaking, communication, ideas, writing, something like that. But there's something that haunts you, and until you actually tackle whatever that is, it's going to be incredibly difficult for you to be able to grasp on and utilize your full potential in the way that it needs to. Give me one more on that Death in reverse. 2 9s. Some of you are life path 9, okay? Or that number could be significant to you. You keep holding on to a certain way of life or a certain way of thinking because you think that it supports you. You think it helps you. It's your uh tattered up teddy bear that you've been carrying around you that has stains on it, and that has, I don't know, mites inside of it or something. And you're like, well, I've carried this around forever. Okay, well, that's great, but you got to let that go. You got to find a new teddy bear. And who is telling you that you need the teddy bear anyway? Why do you think you need that crutch? Be honest. Why do you truly think that you need that? Because you don't. You literally have everything that you could ever need at your disposal. And you think you need that mite infested teddy bear. And I'm sure this is not how your higher self would communicate this specifically. I'm sure not in this tone nor in these words, but it is me after all, right? So keep that in mind. Whatever that thing is. I drank for much of my life, for a very long time. And I used it as a crutch. I didn't even drink alone, but I drank around, this is all significant. I found that I needed to drink when I was around other people. It's because I have trauma around humanity in general. And I was utilizing it as a crutch in order to be more funny, in order to not get exhausted when I'm at a party because people drain me, and in order to feel like I could put on a performance for everybody because that's how my parents made me feel that I need to be. And I need to be this pretty, and I need to be this funny, and I need to da 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 da. And I thought that the alcohol was helping me. And the only thing that it was helping me do is become the train wreck that everybody enjoyed watching. But I wasn't actually doing the things that I was meant to do, like write, guide, these things that are truly me at the core of me. And once I let that go, on December 27th, I'll be 5 years alcohol and tobacco free. Once I let go of that, everything started to change. Everything. Um, Losing weight, getting sponsorships, getting monetized on YouTube 2 months after I quit drinking. All of these things just started coming to me. And I thought I needed that to be more funny, to be this and to be that, and it was ruining my life. And I sit there and think about how much time I wasted utilizing that crutch because I thought I was focused on making everybody else happy. So whatever it is, whether it's toxic relationships, drugs, alcohol, I don't know what it is. Release that might infested teddy bear because you just don't need it. Strength is the why. Well, that's you. Oh man, there's a lot more in you. There's a lot more lemon, excuse me, there's a lot more juice in that lemon. You are not meant to be. Could you imagine seeing a lion walk around with a teddy bear crying with his tail between his legs, feeling like he needed that damn teddy bear? Like, that's not the king of the or the queen of the jungle that we all know. No, that is a sad sack. You know, and we all have our reasons, right? We all have our reasons. But I don't know what yours is, but please do some work around that cuz your heart is so full of love. I will say this, please make sure that you're drawing up healthy boundaries around partners, especially like romantic partners and things like that. Please make sure that you're doing that. The Knight of Swords, Five of Swords in reverse, and the Temperance. It's okay that you have this crutch. Like it's okay that this is a thing, but don't make it a forever thing. It served its time while you needed it to serve its time. Now you have to move on. You're capable of a lot more. You don't need the teddy bear. It's time that after you hear this message, and I know that for some of you it doesn't resonate. Fine. Look at your other place in sun, moon, rising, Venus, and Jupiter. But for others of you where you're like, yep, that's it. You need to take action immediately. There needs to be no more waiting around. Like I'm saying, like, do it sooner than later. Don't miss the mark. There are already some marks that you missed, and I don't want you to miss any more. With that temperance in reverse if we look at the temperance in reverse, that can represent like addictions, taking on too much, not being able to handle things, etc. Only bite off what you can chew and make sure that you are staying away from whatever those crutches are. And addictions can be a lot of different things. It can be social media. Um, it can be drugs, alcohol, obviously. It can be a person. Yang, take action, just like I said. Trickery, what do you need to release? You think that, once again, hello, you think trickery that you need, what do you need to release? The teddy bear. You don't need the teddy bear. You don't need it. That's what I have for you, Leo. Thank you so much. Please make sure that you like, share, comment, and subscribe. And if you would like to order a super chat question, you could do so on hipsy.com/Violetta Alexis. That information can be found on the pinned comment in the chat box. We're going to move on to Virgo, and then we're going to answer some super chat questions, okay? All right, Virgo. All right, Virgo, let's see what your higher self wants you to know. Page of Swords. Emperor in reverse. Ace of Cups in reverse. Tell me about that Page of Swords. One more. Nobody's doing this to you. Whatever this thing is, whatever you feel stuck on, you feel like you're trapped, you feel like you can't get out. Yes, you can. I know that sounds really weird and there's maybe external factors, absolutely, but there's literally nothing standing in your way except for you. Now I'm getting the book, The Mountain Is You. I can't remember who the author is, but read that book or listen to the audiobook, whatever. Um, what's that 8 of Swords? The Tower. What are you fearing so much? God, I'm getting so many similar messages with people. There is something in you that is quite passionate, quite action oriented, quite curious, very, did I say solution oriented? I think I did. But for some reason, there is such a great fear that you have that if you say the wrong thing or you make the wrong move or you do something or whatever, that something's going to happen to you. And it's like weird because it prevents you from getting the things that you want. It prevents you from meeting the love of your life, or it prevents you from going on that date, or it prevents you from starting that business for whatever reason. Tell me about that 5 of Pentacles in reverse, the Devil in reverse. Get out of your own way. You know, so this is a really dumb example, okay? But it's the only one that I can come up with because it's just what I thought of. I used to wear like freaking 10-inch eyelashes. I used to blow my lips up to capacity. I had the bleach, some of you remember, I had the bleach blonde hair. I had the super long nails, right? And I kind of let society set like a specific standard for me, or boyfriends set a specific standard for me. You know, if the guy I was with, he really liked long nails and I got my nails really, really long, you know, and whatever. And then I stopped bleaching my hair like that, you know? And then I was like, "Oh god, I feel ugly," and, you know, and then I started dressing more modestly, right? I'm not saying this is for everybody, okay? This is just what I started doing, and then I was like, "No, this is stupid. I look stupid. This is stupid." And it's like, is it, or do I just need to get out of my own way, right? And there's something about that where something that has influenced you, maybe in a negative way, is almost like keeping you stuck in place, like out of fear or something like that. But you have to learn how to let go of that. Don't let it become you. Don't let it consume you. Don't consume the crap that people are telling you. The Emperor in reverse, the 4 of Wands in reverse, the 8 of Wands in reverse. The Emperor in reverse is a butthole, right? Excuse my language. But the Emperor in reverse is somebody who is so focused on control, right? It's like the toxic masculine. And I'm not saying it's specifically a masculine who's done this to you or masculine people have done this to you. I'm just saying in general, the Emperor in reverse is a tyrant. And the 4 of Wands in reverse is about feeling too insecure to do something, not being able to break free because something's been forced upon you. A perspective has been forced upon you. The Emperor in reverse doesn't want to instill leadership and help people grow. He wants to have control. And there's something in your life, or even if it was one person and that just still haunts you till this day, that has you thinking that you need to behave a certain way or you need to be a certain way because this is what, whatever, that is null and void. Um, please do not let that ruin how you operate through your own life. The Ace of Cups in reverse, the Hangman, the Queen of Cups in reverse. Hmm. I definitely think you have some trust issues. I think we all do to a degree. But I really want you to be able to figure out um, if you need to take that with you. The Hangman is Neptunian energy. It can be about delusion. It can be about sacrifice. It can be also be about letting go. It can be about manipulation, you know. Has somebody manipulated you to this point to make you believe that you're stuck, to make you believe that you're trapped, to make you believe that you have to present yourself a certain way or talk a certain way or behave a certain way or whatever the thing is? And I want you to kind of throw that out the window. And I'm not saying that you can't take other people's opinions into perspective, but what I am going to tell you is that you've had people in your life that have done that to you because they were trying to control you in some way. They were trying to make you insecure, kind of like Gemini's reading. Interesting, because you both are ruled by Mercury, and Mercury is retrograde right now well, right now it's Leo, but then it'll eventually be back in your sign. So there's a lot of rethinking about you, yourself, how you perceive the world, how the world perceives you, etc., and how that all relates. And the Ace of Cups in reverse is asking you to love yourself enough to get yourself unstuck and to give you what it is that you deserve. Give yourself what it is that you deserve. The North Node, your destiny, mischief, confidence is your key to success, baby. So, upon your destiny, and I believe the North Node comes with a lot of struggles. The North Node is considered the dragon's head, right? And the dragon's head is hungry. Um, and when you try to feed that hunger, there are going to be people there that try to starve you, that try to hold you back, that try to get you in trouble, that try to get you wound up and distract you and get you on another path. So that way they can suck up your energy or use you as a podium, just like I was talking about with Gemini. If you have Gemini placements, go watch that. But you need to remember who you are. And once you shed that skin of what everybody else has painted you as or perceived you as, and you listen to your own voice, that's when you're going to find the greatest success. Okay. So thank you so much, Virgo. Please make sure you like, share, comment, and subscribe. And also, if you would like to book a super chat reading, then you can do so on hipsy.com/Violetta Alexis. That information can be found on the pinned comment in the chat box. Okay. Thank you, Virgo. Let's go ahead and answer some super chat questions really quick. All right. Let me go ahead and take a look here. Okay. I didn't mean to do that. Anna Salazar, throughout my whole entire relationship with Jay, the Capricorn, was he hiding a person from me, or what is he still hiding from me, such as a secret he's hiding or keeping away from me? Thank you. Sure. And it's nice to see you, Anna, always. All right, let's go. Hold on. My meditation music stopped. One sec. Okay. Okay, let's see. Was he hiding a person from her? I don't know about a specific person, but I do think that he's a very unhealed masculine and somebody that is likely looking for validation or has seeked out validation through certain means. So whether that's like trying to get somebody's attention or whether that is posting something on Instagram or comment or liking a girl's picture or something like that. So I don't think there was a specific person. Do I think that he was seeking external validation? Yeah, because that's what the King of Wands in reverse can kind of be like. What is the secret, if any, that he's hiding from Anna? Three of Cups, Ace of Pentacles, Three of Swords in reverse, the Moon in reverse. Okay, so once again, the unhealed masculine. This is somebody that very much fears pain, although he probably inflicts it upon himself without even realizing it all the time. This is somebody, what they're hiding from you, Three of Cups and the Ace of Pentacles. It could be that this person is looking to socialize more. I'm going to be honest, I don't like that I see 3 and 3 here because this makes me wonder if he's seeking out something else, seeking out new opportunities, maybe try if he's like, for instance, if he has joined a new community lately or he's been going out with friends or something like that, I could see him keeping his eyes peeled for somebody that might be of interest to him, okay? Um He's also suppressing a lot of pain. That's also something he's hiding from you. Venus is your advice with isolation, and a new start is coming. And like I was saying this before, and I think it was the Taurus reading, but sometimes when you distance yourself from something, you can see it a lot better. I really want you to pour into yourself. I want you to romanticize your life. You, not you and him. I'm talking about you on an individual level, on an individual scale. Do all the things for yourself that you wish a man would. Okay. And the things that a man can't do for you, I need you to also focus on those. I don't know what it needs to be. I don't know if it's that you need to meditate more. You need to journal more. You need to go work out and become the hottest version of yourself ever, right? Venus, right? And you're needing to go at it alone a little bit. I feel like that's when these new things are gonna come for you. Because it's when you're adding to yourself and subtracting from your life the negative things and putting all the good things into you on a daily basis, that's when you naturally attract things. Venus is about attraction, attracting things to us. So focus on that, okay? Love you tons. All right. Paris, should I avoid Cancer Man or continue? I don't know about the intentions anymore. Okay. Let me see. If you avoid him, King of Pentacles in reverse, Three of Pentacles in reverse, the Hermit, he's either going to ghost you or he's not going to be on the same page about that, or he's going to get kind of in his ego a little bit, but it's probably going to teach him something, or he's just going to kind of be like, you know what, I'm just going to be alone. She's not on the same page with me, fine. I'm just going to go be alone, I'm going to go do me. Fine, whatever, My cat is meowing at me. Let me see what happens if you stick around. Same thing on a lesser scale. You're not going to be happy. I don't think. I think it'll teach him something if you walk away, which I don't think that should be like the sole reason why you walk away from somebody. Obviously, you can't be somebody's mommy. I mean, you can, but like how fun is that, right? The Knight of Pentacles in reverse, the Seven of Swords, the Queen of Pentacles in reverse. Once again, stubborn energy, right? We got the King of Pentacles in reverse for the first one, and now we have the Knight of Pentacles in reverse for the second one. This is probably hiding things, maybe. Seven of Swords, lying, cheating, stealing, sure, but it can just be about like avoidance, low-key caring about what other people think or about what you think, so acting in a specific way to be able to avoid that pain or whatever, which is just going to create more insecurities within you. And it may be that you find out about another person down the line. Mutable community, and you and your loved ones are safe. Well, this is about surrendering. It is what it is, That's the classiest way I can put it, but it is what it is. This is talking about as well, like joining a community, being part of a community. I don't know if it's like an online forum or something in person, or maybe it's something creatively or whatever the case, but I really feel like you're going to be fine. That new moon in Cancer is kind of funny, right? I feel like Spirit has a good sense of humor. But I feel like you're going to be fine. And I really think that you need to be around people that love you. You need to be around people that have been through similar things as you. Okay. And I don't know what that is. I'm not just talking about the Cancer Man. I'm talking about as a whole, like on a bigger scale. Okay. For whatever reason. Thank you so much, Paris. I really appreciate it. Alrighty. I got to get my cat out of here because she is just trying to ruin my life. All right. All right. Thank you so much, Paris. Moving on to Anila. Thank you for my last career reading and inspired me not to be fearful, sabotage my incoming career. Oh, good. May I know about any incoming romantic relationship, soulmate, or clues I could consider about the man I will marry and end up with? Anything the cards will show about who he is, where we will meet, etc. I just totally closed all past romantic chapters in my life, which all stemmed from my lack of self worth and confidence. Thank you for the all in depth personal reading I had with you before that slowly removed the veil from my eyes. Oh, it was a long and hard headed journey, but we managed to come out from it somehow. So thank you. Oh, you're so welcome. Of course. I love to hear that. Good for you. All right, let me see. Um, what sign will this person be? Fire, Aries, Leo, Sag, Sun, Moon, or Rising. How will this person portray themselves at first? The Chariot. Okay. Um, this is Cancer energy. So how they're gonna, and also cardinal energy, right? So Cancerian energy is somebody who's driven by their emotions. They tend to be very protective. They can be manipulative, right? Cancers are. Woo! They're my favorite sign, but damn. But also I always make jokes about Cancer men specifically because I always know when a Cancer man is trying to hit on me. You know how I know? Because they are in my space. I'm like, damn, I can see your dental work. I can see where they screwed in the veneers. You know what I mean? So I feel like this person will definitely be, they'll take the initiative. You know, they're not going to wait around for you to like plan the date and do all that stuff. How will they meet? Five of Wands in reverse. It will be through resolving some conflict, or they'll be helping you resolve some kind of conflict, or give me more on that. The Four of Swords. Yeah, it's like this can be at like a spa or a retreat, something where people are healing themselves, whether it's physically, maybe meet them in a hospital or some kind of recovery center, some rehabilitation center, some kind of spiritual center, something like that. That's what I feel. Advice for you. Ooh, Jupiter. Maybe it's a Sagittarius. Okay. Influence. I wonder if it's about the rehabilitate and meditate and contemplate. How weird is that? Ooh. It's like what I said. I feel like this person is trying to tell you that this did I say this person? The spirit is trying to tell you that this person is likely maybe going to be an astrologer or a spiritualist or a spiritual leader or a mentor or guru of some sort, somebody who maybe has influence or somebody who's maybe recovering from something. Maybe they were an addict or something before. Interesting. And then this is also New Moon and Pisces, very like a very spiritual person. That's what I got for you. Thank you so much, Anila. I really appreciate you. All right, let me just shuffle these cards really quick. Thank you so much. Now we are going to shuffle these. Give me 1 second, you guys. If you guys want to order a super chat, you can do so on hipsy.com/Violetta Alexis. Those are the ones I am answering right now. You can find that on the pinned comment. Hello, Anna. Hey, Janelle. Thanks, Deb. I just saw the Zen comment. All right, let me get a few more shuffles in here, then we'll call it a day. Okay. All right. Patricia Holly, will Kels, the Aries, and I have a relationship that lasts long term? What's going to happen with these two here? Page of Cups. You guys may have a child if you're open to that, but if not, we have the Page of Cups, Death in reverse, Temperance, and the Ace of Pentacles. It's interesting because it makes me feel like because somebody's uh lack of evolution, or somebody's still holding on to something from the past, or maybe there's something holding them back from the past, or there's still changes that they need to make. It's almost as if you guys keep starting again. What I will say is this, and the Page of Cups shows me that there's some kind of mutual admiration towards the other person, which is really positive, but the Death in reverse tells me that somebody has to change something, or there needs to be, like I said, like an evolution. Like the Page of Cups is cool, but wouldn't you want it to be the Queen or the King of Cups, you know? And there can be something holding them back from that, whether it's childhood issues, whatever the thing is. But I like that the Temperance is here because it makes me feel like it's something that's manageable, something that you can handle. We're finding peace and balance within the relationship. And once that's completely found, I see the Ace of Pentacles. Well, the Ace of Pentacles is the start to the Ten of Pentacles. Now, the Ten of Pentacles is whatever you deem as ultimate happiness, right? Whether you want the white picket fence and the kids, and you want to, make pies at home, or if you want the car and the mutual business between you and your partner, and you live in Beverly Hills, whatever that thing is. So there's a like two beginning cards. So it tells me that um like, I do feel like it is evolution to a point, because that page to the Ace of Pentacles makes me feel like something's gets more serious, but someone is still holding on to something that is kinda getting in the way, and I don't know what that is. I don't know if it's a mindset, I don't know if it's a divorce, I don't know what the thing is. Thank you so much, Patricia. Sarah, hey Violetta, why is S from work acting a certain way, and advice about this job at this time? Thank you, Sarah. Absolutely. Let me see. Why is S from work acting this certain way that Sarah's asking about? Nine of Swords, Ten of Wands in reverse. This is somebody that's really in their head about something, and it's really on them. It's like they're really, maybe they feel like everybody's putting the work on them, or everybody's putting everything on them, or things are too hard, or it's the Nine of Swords is literally a worry that hasn't happened yet, if it's even going to happen at all. And the Ten of Wands in reverse is like, you're taking this on for what reason? Why are you making so? To me, it doesn't really feel like it's necessarily about anything you've done or a specific person. It feels like it's more in their head. Advice about her job. Eight of Swords, Seven of Cups. If you feel like you're stuck in a situation, or you feel like you don't know what's going on, or you're letting it's almost like you don't have an answer to something, so you're trying to fill in the answer for yourself so you can feel less anxious. But it's almost like you keep trying to fill in these bubbles when you don't need to. You just need to go about your way. And I don't know if that's in regards to a specific person or whatever it is, but you're not as stuck as you think you are. You have other options that are available to you, whatever that means. House one, waterproof. Nothing will come of the situation. So this is saying, now this is going to sound kind of harsh, but it's telling me that there's something about you where you need to have thicker skin with something, or maybe even better boundaries. But as soon as I saw house one and waterproof, and then nothing will come of the situation, it's and for me, I'm a very naturally sensitive person, so I feel like I absorb everything, right? It can be very difficult, but it's telling you that you are also, just like this person is, you are also taking something on that you don't need to take on. Like you're absorbing other people's feelings, or there's something about it where you need to be tougher. Because I also feel like you might be like this person in a way where you are making something hard on yourself when nothing's ever, it's like that saying where it says, if you worry about something and it actually does happen, then you suffered twice. And just don't worry about it. So something like that. Thank you so much, Sarah. I hope that helped. Monica Tolo, is there any legal issues that are going to be arising at work? If so, next steps. Let me see. I don't think so. I think there'll be a discussion or a message, something about finances, but I don't know about, like, I feel like there's a potential, but I think it's going to be discussed behind the scenes, or something's going to be settled like, I don't want to say outside of the courtroom, but something will be settled in peace is what I'm getting from that. So do I think that there's some kind of potential? Yeah, maybe, but I don't think it's going to amount to something. Somebody may have to pay somebody out, possibly. Next steps. Yeah, I want to say, like, don't, I'm not saying like don't fight if you go to court, but Three of Wands to the Three of Swords. 3, 3. Interesting. Six is a Venusian number. And then I got the Five of Wands in reverse. How interesting. So you got the Three of Wands and then the Three of Swords. I want to say don't sit there and like anticipate the worst. 3 + 3 = 6. Venusian energy. Five of Wands in reverse. Peace. If something can be handled out of court or something can be handled amicably, I would absolutely take the opportunity. House 3. Okay. Release. Hard work is paying off. So this may be about something that needs to be discussed, right? House 3 is about communication. There maybe needs to be a document that's released, or we're needing to sign something, or we're needing to clear the air, or something like that. And then I feel like whatever is done around that, it will pay off. Like it feels like communication first. Like there's something about communicating, talking something out, signing something like that. Like, that's gonna be the best outcome. I hope that that helps. Thank you, Monica. All right, now, we are going to go ahead and get back to some of the readings. So we're gonna go ahead and do Libra, and then I'm going to do some super chats after Scorpio, okay? All right, Libra. Aw, thank you, Janelle. Oh, that's so sweet. Thank you. All right, Libra, let's go ahead and take a look at what your higher self is trying to tell you. The Emperor. The Eight of Cups. This may be for a masculine, okay, for some of you. The High Priestess. Ooh, why did I hear the People's Champ? How interesting that you have Aries and Libra here. That duality. Aries and Libra are opposite signs. Aries is more about me, right? What I am, who I am, what I, excuse me, not just. Libra is about we. And it's interesting that both the major arcanas for both of these signs would kind of show up. You feel like an advocate in some way, or you need to advocate for yourself, needing to find the balance between who you are and who other people are, or what you are and what other people are. Um, there's something about you needing to heal your relationship to yourself first and foremost, and that's how you are going to heal your relationship with others. Like, for instance, I had to disappear from a relative for a very long time. And through that, I found my own sense of who I am, without that person telling me who I was, or breathing down my neck, or always judging me, or whatever the case was. And then I got to a point where I was able to figure out where I began and where this person ended. And sometimes you need to do that. Sometimes you need to go on that journey. It doesn't mean that you can't care about people, But once you do that, and if you circle back around and you invite this person into your life again, if that's something that you want, you'll have a different perspective. And also if you are evolving and the people around you you feel like are not, even if somebody's vibrating up here and the other person is vibrating here, 9 out of 10 times this person is going to pull this person down. It's really not that difficult. So I want to say, for some reason I'm getting like, watch who you surround yourself with, obviously. There's something about being honorable here, about taking the high road, being honorable, needing to do what's right. That's who you are in your heart of hearts, even though sometimes you may be easily swayed by people sometimes, or people maybe influence you to be a certain way when that's not really who you are. So keep it up here, Libra. For some of you, this feels like a masculine read. Okay, so this feels like this is for like a man or a very masculine person. There's something about needing to heal your own masculinity as well. And I don't know if you just, maybe you didn't have a good upbringing with your father, you didn't have a relationship with your father, or um maybe you had a negative relationship with your mother and so you hate all women. I mean, I don't know what the thing is, but I'm not saying that's what it is, but there's something around needing to heal the inner masculine. Mm. Take your time. Take your time with whatever it is you're doing. I don't feel like this crazy urgency like for you or anything like that, but this is about standing on your own 2 feet, um, doing what's right. Once again, doing it right, the Knight of Pentacles, and moving slowly but surely towards your destiny, towards who you are. And you may feel like there's something missing in your life, or you feel like you lost a piece of yourself along the way, but this is how you'll find it. Right? The Emperor stands on his own feet, on his own 2 feet. He takes the lead, he takes charge, he knows who he is. He has other people counting on him, whether he realizes it or not, right? He's someone to look up to. Um, but if you feel like you don't have the missing piece, you'll find it on your way. Just don't be afraid to stand on your own. Woo! Speaking of mothers, for some of you, it's an unhealed relationship that you have with your mother with feminine energy. Okay. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. That world in reverse is about unfinished business. The high priestess can represent a very desirable woman, a very sexy woman. The empress can represent a mother figure, right? A mother figure doesn't necessarily have to be a mother, but there can be something there that is very unresolved around feminine energy, you know? Wow. The emperor and the empress. For others of you, for my feminines, okay, this is just side note. For my feminine Libras, if you have lived a big life of chaos and tragedy and sadness or whatever, well, what happens when we live in that life, when we live in that survival mindset, is naturally we adjust to our masculine energy. We adjust our energy to become masculine because that's what happens when you are born into chaos, or when you have a hard life, or when right, you're fighting to survive. So for some of you, it's saying you've already mastered that. Don't lose the feminine part of you. Don't lose the sweet, nurturing, loving part of you because you've been introduced. Somebody put a shield and a sword in your hand, okay? And you weren't allowed to ask questions. House 7, a Libra house. Soar. Communication is key. This to me is the relationship to yourself. Um, the relationship to yourself. But I really want you to connect with intimacy again, your own sense of intimacy. I want you to communicate your own needs. I want you to nurture yourself. Have more also, I want to say for some of you, you need, if you're a feminine Libra, or even if you're a masculine, you need more feminine energy in your life. And I'm not talking, if you're a masculine, I'm not talking you meet a girl off of Tinder and then you guys hit it off and then you actually hit it. Okay, that's not what I'm talking about. Okay. I'm talking about like feminine role models, feminine figures in your life, that are healthy. Feminine energy is life. Feminine energy produces life. It creates life. Therefore, it will put life into others, the healthy kind. Okay, and make sure you're surrounding yourself with that life, because I feel like some of you have metaphorically seen enough death. Okay, or maybe literally. Thank you so much, Libra. Please make sure that you like, share, comment, and subscribe. And if you guys want to book a super chat reading that will be read on this broadcast, you can do so by visiting hipsy.com/Violetta Alexis. That information can be found in the pinned comment in the chat box. 1 second. Wesley, thank you so much. Welcome to the Dragon family. I really appreciate it. Sorry, guys. 1 sec, please. All right. Oh, thank you, Anna. All right, Wesley. Everybody hashtag Wesley, please. All right, let's go ahead and look at Scorpio, and then we're going to read some super chats. Okay. All right, Scorpio, let's see what your higher self has to say. Two of Cups in reverse. The Tower. There's you. Six of Wands in reverse. Tell me about that Two of Cups in reverse. Oh, my. Oh, baby. Is it worth it? Um, how do I say this? Please stop trying to plant a home inside of people. That's why you probably feel lost. I think for some of you, you've lost sight of what that may be. It's reminding me of that word. What's that word? What's that word? Hiereth? It means being homesick, but not knowing where home is or something like that. That's what I'm getting for you guys. But that's the thing, is you cannot plant a home inside of a person. And for some reason, you keep doing that. And I think that we do that because we want to feel like we have a safe place to rest our head, feel like we have a safe place to go. I really, really need you to work on being that safe space for yourself. I need you to be really kind to yourself. Even when you mess up, I need you to take care of yourself. When you have a need that's a healthy need, I need you to meet it. When you have an unhealthy need, I need you to Ask yourself where it's coming from, and is there a different coping mechanism or a different way that you can feed that need? Because a lot of you keep pouring into a bottomless pit, and then you're wondering where all your love went. Some of you need to utilize your heart hardships, okay, your relationship hardships. For my creative Scorpios, utilize that as your muse, and treat it as such, okay? But mortgage is up, you know. Stop paying for somebody else's mortgage, so to speak. The Tower, the Ace of Swords in reverse, the Six of Cups in reverse. Oof. Yeah, it's really about you keep it feels as if you keep going to the same well to pour into it, to see if it ever rises, to see if the water ever fills. And like it just doesn't. But that's not for you to answer. It's not for you to answer, well, why isn't this giving to me when I pour into it? Well, if you're just going to pour it into this well and you're going to expect the same anyway, why don't you just give it to yourself? You know, your place of residence should be within your own heart and mind. Roll with the punches, rebuild. That's what I think, especially when it comes to your perspective on love, romance, friendship, whatever the thing is. Woof. Oh, man, oh man, oh man. Um, when you live for the validation of another person, or when you live for the validation of others, you are no longer living your own life. Your life is not yours anymore. Your life is somebody else's. And now not only have you planted a home inside other people, but now you've given your life to a bunch of people or a person that is not going to breathe life back into you. You know what I mean? Your confidence shouldn't come from the water that you put into the well. The confidence should come from that you have enough water to pour into any well anyway. You're the one that has it. That's incredible, right? Something to think about. Trine, territory. It's time to take action. Yeah, I mean, protect your own well, but protect your water, so to speak, you know? Make things easier on yourself. I really feel like you're supported more than you think you are. I think that for whoever I'm reading this reading for, you're a very loving, in-depth person. You probably have a lot of intimacy to give, and you've probably given it to the wrong people a lot of the times, and that's okay. Things happen. But stop waiting for that well to fill up the more you keep pouring into it. It's not, for some of you, it's not going to happen. Okay. But it's time to take action. It's time to take initiative in your own life. It's time to protect and value yourself. And it's interesting that territory is here, right? Because that's making me think of home. And Aries is about the self. You have your own well, Scorpio. Worry about that one, okay? Thank you so much, Scorpio. Please make sure that you like, share, comment, and subscribe. You guys are more than welcome to order a super chat from me at hipsy.com/Violetta Alexis. You can find that at the pinned comment in the chat box. So let's go ahead and read some more super chat questions, and then we're going to go ahead and move on to Sagittarius. Why did I just do that? All right, let's see here. We have Elrin. How does Matthew, Cancer, feel about everything going on? Okay, let me see. I'm getting an uncertainty. Seven of Pentacles, excuse me, Seven of Swords with the Three of Pentacles in reverse makes me, it's almost like he doesn't want to be a part of something, or he doesn't agree with something and he's just trying to like protect himself or avoid something. Especially from a feminine energy, he may be afraid of this person or scared of this person or like trying to avoid this person because he feels like they're crude or angry or upset or whatever the case is. He's in love with someone, but he feels like he's at a loss sometimes. I don't think he's interested in playing some kind of game. It feels like he's trying to break free from something. He ultimately, uh, he's in love with somebody, but sometimes he feels like he's at a loss. And it could be because of this Queen of Swords in reverse, where he just is like, dang, like we're just never going to get on the same page or something like that. But, or he may feel like this is somebody else. Okay. But because you said about everything going on. So I don't know what that everything is, but if this King of Cups and that Four of Wands isn't him personally, then he may feel like there's somebody here. There's a masculine who's very mature, even though they feel like they're at a loss sometimes, or they don't want to play games. They just want happiness. They want marriage or something like that. They want happiness. They want to break free from something. Advice to somebody is Mars, balance, and surrender to the divine. So, it's about taking initiative, yeah, for somebody. It's about taking initiative. It's about moving forward, but it's also maybe about defending oneself, protecting oneself. Balance is Libra energy. So to see Mars here, Mars rules Aries, Aries the opposite of Libra. There needs to be some kind of balancing act between me and we. And some kind of letting go, and someone needs to stop like controlling some kind of narrative or controlling some kind of situation is what this looks like to me. So I hope I hope that helped, Elrin. Thank you so much. Ah, all right. All right, all right, all right. Let's see. We have Sonia. What is the good coming up in love for me? Thanks, V. Sure. Let's see. Just show me the good, only the good coming up for Sonia in regards to love within the next month. Anybody that if there's somebody in your life that doesn't align with your morals or values, I feel like that's done. You could be like breaking free of some like old conventional way as well, of some kind of way that you've dealt with love. If you always felt like you've done the same thing over and over and over again, you could just be simply moving on from that, or just from non-committal people in general. There's someone that may come around with that Seven of Wands and the Chariot in reverse. This can be somebody who was maybe a little bit fearful before to compete for you in some way, or to maintain the relationship, or to come for you in a good way, right? Well, I don't mean like that. Like, oh my God. But somebody who's ready to fight for you, basically, and somebody who they may be fearful, but there's somebody who will stand up for you. There's somebody who will fight for you, like fight for your love, or be like, I'm your champion, I'm the like I'll be here for you, or I'll be in a relationship, whatever the case. Because Seven of Wands is about competing sometimes, you know? And I feel like this person would like have your back, or this would be somebody, if you have other options, they'd be like, I'm just gonna, I got it in the bag kind of thing. Your advice is telling you to be open-minded, that the risk may just be worth the reward. Um, Interesting. A personal issue reaches a resolution. Side note, if you've been dealing with some kind of issue in your life regarding another person, it may be telling you that if you keep an open mind and communicate what it is that you're trying to communicate, the risk may actually be worth the reward and something can be resolved. This can also be just something regarding your own heart space or the way that you've dealt with love before, right? Hierophant in reverse, Six of Swords. So it can be saying if you keep yourself open minded, a little open-ended, not make it like, for instance, if you have a very specific way that somebody should look or how much they should make or something like that, it's telling you, I'm not saying, date a man that's living in his basement or anything like that, or living in his mom's basement. I'm not saying that, but like keep your mind open. Okay. Because it just may be somebody that you don't expect. All righty. Thank you so much, Sonia. Sonia, number 2, no contact situation. What's he thinking and feeling towards me at this time? He feels like you have self-worth or self-value issues. Like there are times where you were trying too hard, or there's just some kind of insecurity that you've had where maybe you've overcompensated in some way, or just kind of felt some kind of insecure issue, or maybe you've been codependent in some way. But with that Fool there, he sees you as somebody trying to break free from that and like start a new journey, basically. What about his feelings? Oh, I don't think he's let go. I mean, the Judgment is about reconciliation. It's about trying to bring something back from the dead, so to speak. And the Ace of Wands tells me that there's a very strong sexual attraction. So, that's what happens, right? Especially like people can feel our energy. So if you've tried to move on or you're starting to move on or something like that, he likely feels that. House 10, upheaval, emotions are running high. Ugh, I don't know if this is worth the. Ugh. Be careful. There's something about this that is maybe telling you that this person could end up kind of ruining your reputation in some way. I'm not saying he's going to do that now or anything, but like maybe if you continue it. And I'm not saying like, oh, he's going to, expose pictures of you or anything like that. I'm saying like by who he is, how he uh how he shows up in the world, who he associates himself with could somehow reflect on you in some way. So be cautious with that. Okay. Things could get real heated between you and this person. This is telling you to focus on uh your achievements, what it is that you want to achieve out in the world. That's what you need to focus on. Okay. Thank you again, Sonia. I appreciate you. And then we have we have Jada Brown. How does Sagittarius view our connection? The Two of Pentacles and the Two of Swords. Interesting. 2 plus 2 equals 4. 4 can be like stability, 4 can be stability, creating a foundation in some way. But he may feel like sometimes this can be a bit of a distraction. Like he has other things or priorities that he needs to do or that you do. And sometimes you guys avoid them because of the connection. He feels like it has taught him a lot, though, or taught you a lot, or taught the both of you a lot in regards to what it takes to make a relationship work. Raising the standard, not just for like who you're dating or the other person, but for self. Hermit is about the self, mastery of self. This is double Virgo energy. So it's very much about mastery of self. And there's something that has about this connection that is teaching him how to master himself in some way or another, or you have taught him that. Your advice is Earth, exposed. A win-win outcome is forecast. What's that exposed energy about? The Page of Swords. Careful of like what you're posting online, okay? Or you might like hear something, see something. Try to stay grounded if that is the case, because it may end up being something that was maybe twisted, or somebody may twist your words or something. Like it's just telling you to stay grounded in that situation. Like, don't be impulsive. Okay. So I don't know what that's about. Okay. You may hear something, someone may say something, someone may say something to him, but it's saying that there can be some kind of amicable resolution in whatever that situation is. Okay. So don't like jump the gun or something. Thank you so much, Jade. I really appreciate you. Let's move on to Simone. Whatever you see coming towards me, love or career, shit, anything. LOL, that's all. Thank you in advance. You're so welcome. Okay, let's see. What's coming towards Simone within the next month? The Nine of Wands. Ooh, the King of Swords. The Ten of Pentacles in reverse. Okay. Well, there's a masculine in your life that maybe trying to give you some kind of advice about a business, about career, about relationship. I think that you should listen to this person. It could be an Aquarius specifically, but could be a Gemini or a Libra as well. That Nine of Wands is telling me that you're fighting for something. You're showing up, you're independent, you're doing your thing, you have these strong boundaries, okay, maybe when it comes to relationships or whatever the thing is, but there's something that you've been fighting for or that you're fighting for now, and maybe you've been doing it for a very long time, and it looks like you're coming out on top in a situation. What's that? Ten of Pentacles in reverse, the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. However, I will say that something may be communicated to you about some kind of failure. Okay. Something from the past that's kind of like creeping back up. It could be like an old financial issue. It could be an old relationship, a lesson that hasn't quite been learned. And you have to think about the Nine of Wands as like, okay, there's one last push, right? The Nine of Wands, what comes after the Nine of Wands? The Ten of Wands, right? And then it's good to go. The 10 is the completion. And it's interesting that we have a 10 here, but it's in reverse. So it's almost like somebody's trying to tell you how to overcome something to finally complete it, but it's going to take some kind of accountability or responsibility for it. And I don't know what that is. It could be something super simple, right? Um, like it can be, oh man, I should have got my LLC for my business, a long time ago because now I feel like I kind of screwed myself for tax purposes, or it could be something like that, right? Let's see what else. Mm. Well, it can be that you're feeling a little disappointed by something, but like I said, you're on the precipice. You're close to the last push. You're on the edge. You're almost there. But you will need to kind of let go of something. You have options available to you when it comes to resolving a solution, but you may not like the options that are available to you. So you avoid making that decision. But it's really about letting go. And just because you don't like a specific choice that's in front of you or you don't like the options that are available to you, doesn't mean that one of them can't turn into something else or be better than you ever imagined. So try to keep that mind frame or try to keep that perspective. Your advice is house 6. So this can be about work, routine, health, day to day. Make sure that your foundation is in order. When I mean foundation, I mean like your health, right? Like making sure you're working out, making sure you're getting a good night's sleep, making sure that you're taking care of yourself, maybe needing to go to a doctor, maybe. Communication, interesting. House 6 is a Virgo house. Communication is communication, which would naturally be Mercury. Mercury is retrograde right now. Mercury is retrograde in Leo and then it'll go direct in Virgo. So check to see where Leo and Virgo are in your natal chart because I feel like that's going to give you some kind of clue as to what that is. Like what it is that you're needing to revise or what it is that you're needing to look at, etc. So for instance, if Mercury is currently retrograde in your 11th house, that's like you need to rethink the groups and communities that you're a part of. How are they benefiting you? Do you have imposter syndrome and you're too afraid to express yourself in this community? That will lead to a bigger goal or aspiration or dream, or what is the thing that you're needing to rethink? Okay, and then show the. Speaking of the 11th house, full moon in Aquarius. Aquarius is the natural 11th house. Show the world the real you. So this is about being authentic as possible, especially when it comes to how you're communicating. For some reason, it's saying that. Thank you so much, Simone. I really appreciate you. All right. Cool. All right, Deb. Great reads, Violetta. Aw. Thank you. You're very welcome. My question is, how does Eugene feel about me now? Very strong sexual attraction. Very strong sexual attraction. The sun. Very strong. There's a lot of Leo energy here. And I don't know if this person has Leo in their chart, but it's a strong Leo energy. You make this person very happy. I don't know if you guys got into some kind of debacle or something, but they seem to be very optimistic still and still very sexually attracted to you. They want to talk to you about something with that Knight of Swords. They're curious about something. They let it go. They're over it. Or they want forgiveness. They're letting go of some kind of past situation between the two of you, like some kind of, or they may be trying to apologize potentially. But I don't think that if you feel like this person really just hates you or dislikes you or something, I don't think that's the case. So I don't know what's going on between the two of you, but there's clearly an attraction. There's clearly still optimistic energy here. They're still wanting to talk. They're wanting forgiveness, or they're forgiving you, or whatever the thing is. It's like they're letting it go. Not a big deal. I do feel like this person wants to throw you down. I was just going to say, throw you down on the bed and make sweet love to you. I'm not trying to be weird. Fire, teamwork, your dreams need a practical plan. So I feel like there's a lot of passion maybe in regards to this connection. And I don't know if this is platonic or not. But this can't just be saying like this can be very passionate or whatever, but there's something also about optimism once again, being optimistic, bringing your confidence within the connection, leading with your passionate feelings or whatever the case is. And it's saying that there's something about this that can inspire you. Like if you work together with this person, like there can be something that leads to something greater. Like if you're willing to get on the same page with this person and work with them as a team, it can lead to greater things, whatever that means. Okay. But I feel like this person is very sexually attracted to you. So there is that, and that can be fun. All right, one more, and then we're gonna go ahead and do Sagittarius. All right, Matthew Cortez, Mary Cella's feelings, thoughts for me currently. Thank you, V. I hope your day has been a decent one. Keep it up. Aw, thank you, honey. Let me see. What are Mary Cella's feelings towards Matthew? Ooh, well, she's a little stressed out. She may feel like you're really stubborn sometimes. Listen, I'm going to tell you a few different scenarios, okay? It's only 4 cards, so I don't want to take up all your cards. The King of Pentacles in reverse can represent a few things. It can represent somebody who's doesn't, is broke. It can represent somebody who doesn't have enough money. It can also just represent somebody who's using somebody for using another person for money, or using another person for status, or it can just simply be that somebody's really stubborn. Okay. She may be feeling like there is something unhealed about you that you need to fix in that regard. Okay. Now, I don't know if that's true or not. It may be something as simple as, God, he is so stubborn. He stresses me out, you know? And she also may not be over something as well. So if there's something that you guys have been through, she may not be over it. If it has nothing to do with you, there's something that is exempt from you that she may be bringing into the connection that can be a little negative. Okay. Thoughts for you? A 3 of Cups, 5 of Pentacles. She sees you as like somebody she enjoys hanging around, talking to, right? That's Mercury and Cancer, 3 of Cups. But she feels like something is missing, or there's something financially going on here. 5 of Pentacles, King of Pentacles in reverse. There's something going on financially, maybe, or something in regards to work, or something in regards to status, or something like that. Like something's missing, she feels like. I don't know if she just feels like you're missing a budget, you know, or if it's something more spiritual, like characteristic. House 8. Ooh, that's your advice. Ooh, fear. What's going on here? Bring love into the situation. You may be afraid of something. You may be afraid she's going to find out something. There could be, with you, there may be something that you're needing to evolve. You're needing to be honest about. Okay. And it can go better than you think it will, but it's telling you that you need to overcome some fear in regards to that. It could just be around intimacy as well, allowing yourself to be vulnerable. Okay, so she may feel like you're a little uptight, or like you're not being totally honest with her about something. It may be telling you that once you get through that emotional barrier, or once you allow yourself to be more vulnerable or whatever, you can have kind of like a breakthrough with this person, right? Because new moon in Aquarius, this is Uranus, right? Uranus is Aquarius's co-ruler. So that can be like a breakthrough. Thank you so much, Matthew. I hope that that helped. All right, let's move on to Sagittarius. All right, guys, last call for super chat questions. And then after Sagittarius, I'm going to go ahead and pause requests, okay? All right, what am I doing here? Sagittarius. What does your higher self want you to know? Queen of Pentacles, the Lovers, and the Two of Wands. Okay. Tell me about the Queen of Pentacles. Ah, it's all behind you. It's behind you. The worst is over. I assure you. It's not going to get worse than it has been, Sag. you know? You've evolved quite a bit. Don't be so hard on yourself. You may be, left with some bumps and bruises, and that's okay, but they're not going to be there forever. There may be some scars here and there, but that's what makes us all warriors. It's like when we're kids and we have a scar, we're like, yeah, where I got this one, be like that. Um, keep evolving, go after the things that make you feel alive, make you feel passionate, and then make something out of them. Don't just leave them hanging in the air like a dying flame. Actually monetize them, do something with them, build them. It's like taking something you're passionate about, or taking like building a tower, building your own castle through what your passions are, a castle of fire, if that's what you want to call it, whatever the thing is. Like take the thing and actually build something with it. So, for instance, what I mean by that is, let's say that you really love to paint. Okay. Must be super cliche. Let's say that you really love to paint. Okay, great. Now I want you to build something off of that, because it's going to motivate you more. That thing that you're building is going to get higher and higher. And you know why? Because you're passionate about it. You're going to make sure the foundation is stable. You're going to make sure that it's sturdy. You're going to make sure that you can stand on it. You're going to make sure that you can put a throne in there. Don't let that hold you back. The Lovers. Woo. This is going to sound really weird. Um that little villain inside of you, because I know you guys got one. That little villain inside of you, don't be afraid to connect with that. Okay. I'm not saying you got to do bad things to people. That's not what I mean. What I mean by that is, like, for instance, right? If you've been the type of girl or gal who was just really, soft hearted and empathic and all that, I'm not saying don't ever stop being those things, but sometimes that kind of energy, those kind of feelings can keep you down, can keep you under your own thumb, under other people's thumb. Sometimes you have to really stop pulling the heartstrings and tug on the bones. You know what I mean? See what you're made of. Allow yourself to connect with that. I don't think it'll be a waste of your time. The masculine energy in some way. Connect with that part of yourself, because it's going to get you to where you need to go. That fire. Don't lose your fire. But that doesn't mean that you need to burn down the city with it either. Okay, I just want to make that clear. Okay, because you have both the Lovers and the Devil. In traditional Rider Waite tarot, you'll see the Devil and he has two people chained underneath of him. And those two people are, you guessed it, the lovers, right? And he like holds that captive. And it's okay to have both. We all have both inside of us. And the vicious wolf, you know, versus the sweet, loving wolf that you can pet on the head, they both serve their purpose. You just have to know when to use them. The Two of Wands, the Eight of Wands, the Ace of Cups. Absolutely love that. I feel like that Two of Wands represents the two wolves I was just talking about. Go after the thing, say the thing, do the thing. You know, if, or for some of you, if you've been the one that has been like a villain your whole life, and that's the energy that you have, you know, focused on, or got, you know, try to get in touch with the other one, you know, especially with that Ace of Cups there. But it's time to make a decision on something, and it's time to make a move. For some of you, you need to communicate in order to get it, in order to get the opportunity. Some of you need to create it for yourself, and some of you have to simply leave something behind in order to follow this new path. But you're going to need to do it quick, it says. It's something that's going to be very emotionally fulfilling for you. Yin, bond. Damn. Have faith in your dreams. So this is about trust, patience, receiving. So maybe that's what it is. Maybe it's not always the villain that you need to have access to. Maybe it's the more the hero, right, so to speak, that you need to have access to or bring out a little bit more, and creating that bond with that part of yourself. You know, I heard be cautious of extremes. I'm not sure why I heard that, but that's what I heard. So some of you, maybe you're a little extreme. Maybe everything's a little black and white instead of gray, right? Be cautious of that kind of thinking. And there's something that you really want, some kind of dream that you can have that maybe you don't realize it now, but it's asking you to connect with whatever wolf you need to connect with in order to connect with that, because it's already a part of you. Okay. Thank you so much, Sagittarius. Please make sure that you like, share, comment, and subscribe. And you guys can always book a personal super chat with me on hipsy.com/Violetta Alexis. That information can be found on the pinned comment in the chat box. Let me go ahead and shuffle these cards. All right. Hello, Truth Wave Energy. My journey sucks. I see no further. Then how do you know if your journey sucks if you see no further? How do you even know? How do you know that this is all there is? Thank you, Vanessa. Yes, Deb. Super chat questions will always be posted by the wonderful, beautiful, talented Rick Astor. Yes, Carmen, you can absolutely donate on Hipsy. Yes, you can. There's a little donation button on the profile. Thank you for asking. All right, let me just shuffle these. All right, guys, I am going to have to go ahead and pause my super chat questions. Woo, 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 woo. Let me see here. Sorry, guys. One sec, please. Ah. Let me see. That's what I want to look for. Hold on, you guys. Give me 1 second. I'm so sorry. Hold on 1 second. 1 second. I saw that Kismet just donated $50. Thank you so much. Kismet, thank you so much. That was so sweet. Thank Hipsy, can you guys tell me where to see my donations? I saw the notification as I went on, but then it like disappeared and now I can't see. Can you tell me where it is? Where is it? Where is it? It says anonymous tip 4520. Oh my God. Well, whoever did that, thank you. Was that Kismet? I don't know what's going on. Thank you so much. I don't know what's going on. Okay. Yeah, we're about to do Capricorn, then Aquarius, and then hello Aquarius. Yes, we're gonna do Aquarius. Uh KB says you're such an intuitive reader and also have such a gift for healthy relationship dynamic. Oh, thank you. Listen, it wasn't like that before. Okay. It was not like that before. I really appreciate you saying that though. That means the world to me. It was a struggle bus to get down this road. Oh, that must have been Kismet, I bet. And now I said her name out loud, and now she's probably upset because it's supposed to be anonymous. I'm really sorry. All right. Oh, I see. Okay. All right. I don't know where Hipsy is. Do you see mine? Did you? I don't see it. Is it the 45.20 one? $45.20 one? Maybe it hasn't showed up yet. Oh, God, help me. Whoops. Okay, I'm really sorry, guys. I'm really sorry. I'm trying to like make sure that I'm seeing like what's making sure I'm seeing everything that's happening. Okay. Hipsy, hello? Ron? Are you here? Oh, wow, KB, really? I did it a long time ago. Did you really? Wait, why can't I see it? Were you anonymous? Were you the anonymous one? I don't know what's happening. Where is Hipsy? I'm so sorry. Is anybody home? I'm so sorry. I think you were the anonymous, right? Did you send it at 9? Did you send it 10 minutes ago? All right. I don't know what's happening. I did it a long time ago. When was a long time ago? I don't see it, baby. I see somebody that says anonymous. Okay, I'm sorry. Under my name, I wrote your favorite Aquarius. You're there on as Carmen, right? I don't see your name anywhere. I don't see your name, baby. Let me refresh. Yeah, I don't see your name. I'm also blind like a Cocker Spaniel, but I swear I really don't I really don't see it. I really don't. Did you send it on Hipsy? I don't know what is going on. Okay. Okay. All right. Okay, just listen. We're gonna do this in a second. Janelle, I saw you. Janelle, just for future reference, I don't do Cash App, okay? I only do on YouTube and Hipsy, okay? I will answer it this time, okay? But just please keep that in mind. Let me answer that for you actually right now. So just so Rick knows, we're doing Janelle. Okay. Tell me what I need to know in love, please. Sure. See. Queen of Wands in reverse, Nine of Cups in reverse. Ooh, be careful of codependency. Please be cautious with that. With that Queen of Wands in reverse and that Nine of Cups in reverse. You know, any kind of insecurities, any kind of jealousies, we all have them, right? But it can lead to codependency. It can lead to, I really need this to work out. I need this because I have to fill this void. I have to fill the, right? And that's just a losing battle. Um, so make sure that you're taking care of that. Therapy, anything like that, right? I hope you don't think I'm being demeaning or condescending. I'm not. I would literally just got a psych evaluation like 2 weeks ago. Okay. So waiting my results. It's important. You know, I think it's important to manage these things. So any kind of insecurities that you have, etc., understand that they are leading to either, or they could lead to either addictions, codependencies, you know, adapting unhealthy coping mechanisms that could lead to worse things. So just keep that in mind. And for some reason that relates to love for you. And I feel like that's, you know, that's obvious, but the moon, I feel like somebody's holding back their emotions from you. If you're currently involved with somebody, they're holding back their emotions from you because they're not really sure if the risk is worth the reward, or they're afraid to take it a step further because they're afraid of loss, etc. So I feel like somebody here is kind of suppressing something. Ooh, Libra battle. The energy is gaining momentum. Oh my goodness. You know what this reminds me of? It reminds me of a video I made a long time ago. It didn't get many views, but I was talking about how um if you have a grievance towards somebody else, if you have some kind of anger or frustration, or you feel like you've been betrayed in some way and you hold that in, when you decide to hold that in, you are making a choice to create that chaos or keep that chaos within yourself. So it's a sacrifice that you're making for the other person so the other person can feel comfortable. I don't want you to do that anymore. Does that mean that when you have a grievance towards somebody, or when you have something negative to say, that you need to punch them in the face and you need to give them a piece of your mind, and then you're going to give them the last piece of your mind as well? And then, you know, no, that's not what I'm saying. But don't hold that in. That can manifest as illness in your body, that can manifest as crap. So if you, excuse my French, but if there's something that you have to say, or you feel like you're not being treated well, don't let that war manifest itself inside of you, please. Okay? Keep that in mind. I feel really bad. I don't see anything from Carmen. I feel really bad. I need to spit this gum out. Sorry. So ladylike. Okay, I hope that that makes sense. All right, let me turn on. All right. All righty, let's go ahead and move on to Capricorn. Capricorn, let's see what your higher self wants to tell you. The Hermit in reverse. Ace of I heard you don't know it all. Oh boy. Capricorns are gonna hit me over the head with a baby for that one. The Hermit in reverse. The Chariot in reverse. Oh my goodness. One more. Woo! Okay. Well, I am just Capricorns, and the comments are going to just woo. Okay. Uh, woo! All right. This is gonna be a tough one. And if it doesn't resonate, don't take it. Okay. But I gotta say what I see. Okay. Um, for some of you, your inability to be more fluid in your thinking is really going to challenge yourself and the rest of your relationships. And what I mean by challenge is I don't mean like challenge in a good way, like, ooh, you go to the gym and you lift and like that builds muscle. No, I mean like it's going to be challenging for you mentally, emotionally, etc. Because there's a hill that you want to stand on and die from. And it's I want you to ask yourself how important it is, if there's a specific belief that you have, if you are trying to be unconventional just for shock value, if you are trying to push up against another person and what they think, why are you doing that? Do you just want to feel higher than that person? And I think we've all done that at some point. Now, this could be for just like one specific person in your life, and maybe you're really not like that with everybody else. And I want you to ask yourself why. Why is that? What is this person in your life trying to teach you? Okay. So, for instance, when we are uh have somebody who's a liar in our life, somebody who lies a lot, right? God is telling us to trust our intuition, right? Teaching us how to trust our intuition. When we are met with someone who is a narcissist, okay? Now this is a tough one, okay? Which narcissists just being in a relationship with a narcissist is terrible, but it can be teaching us a lot of different things. It can be teaching us self-worth, self-value. It can be teaching us to have thicker skin. It teach you a lot, right? So it's like, what is this person trying to teach you? Why? And maybe they're not even realizing that they're there to do that, right? But you're gonna figure it out down the road. And I will tell you this, and I'll tell this to anybody, you don't know everything. Okay? You don't. If you did, life would be super boring. There'd be absolutely no mystery. You'd be God. Okay? You'd be Jesus Christ incarnate, right? So keep that in mind because there's something that's trying to nudge you and make you a little bit more fluid and surrender and push you in the right direction. And you're like, no, because it's you or because, you know, um, so keep that in mind. Yeah. Stubborn, stubborn. You don't know everything. You know? You just don't. And it's like ask yourself really like why are you trying to stand on that hill and die? Um for what? For what purpose? For what flag is so important that you need to, lay your beautiful dead body underneath of it? Like what is it? Is it a Louis Vuitton flag? I don't understand. Like what flag that you're carrying is that because maybe you're not supposed to die on a hill, maybe you're supposed to climb a mountain but you just don't want to do it. But the thing about Capricorns is it is literally the goats climb the mountain, baby. Okay, excuse all my French, but fuck the hill. Okay. You want to die somewhere, die on the mountain. Okay, at least you'll have a nice view and be like, yeah, I did it. Right, bigger perspective. You know what I mean? Ace of Pentacles, High Priestess, Eight of Wands in reverse. Yeah, don't let it block you. Don't let it block you from your full potential. The High Priestess in traditional Rider-Waite tarot, you look at her and she doesn't have she's in a tower, but the tower does not have a roof. Okay? And that's symbolic for your highest potential. So, don't die on a hill when you could live at the top of a mountain, baby. Not worth it. Saturn, look at that. Your ruling planet. Illusion. Nothing is yet set in stone. You can still climb that mountain. I assure you it'll be worth it. Please don't resist the climb. You have all the tools that you need to. You are the goat after all. Okay, so please understand that. It's going to take hard work. And there's some illusions that you may have to break through. Hello, Saturn and Pisces. Saturn is in Pisces right now. Saturn is retrograde. I'm telling you. Okay. Talk about delusion. But seriously, though, It's time to put in the work. Please don't die on that hill. You don't have to do that. You're better than that. You're bigger than that. Be bigger than that. Be better than that. You certainly have the capability. Thank you so much, Capricorn. I hope that that helped. I'm really scared of having some angry Capricorns with torches outside of my door tomorrow. All right, let's go ahead and move on to Aquarius. All right, Aquarius, what does your higher self want to tell you? Two of Pentacles, Two of Swords, Three of Swords. Okay. Oops. I really know. I understand that you have priorities, and I think that you should take care of those priorities. I truly do, but don't forget what's important. And I'm not saying that you do. I think that you have never forgotten what's important. But sometimes I really think that you can be so busy with your practical life. Now I don't know which Aquarius this is for, but sometimes you can be so busy with putting the puzzle piece together. You can be so busy with, um, trying to get everything in order and checking off all of the boxes and all of these little things, right? It's giving very Virgo that you forget about what's outside of that sometimes. And that's your life force right there. Okay. Your life force is, of course, always within you. And don't get me wrong, work and taking care of routine and taking care of these other things and these priorities. Absolutely. That's great. That's all well and good. But also keep in mind that you're here to enjoy your life. Okay. You're here to enjoy your life. I understand that for some of you, you had to grow up really fast, is what I'm getting. Some of you had to grow up really fast. Some of you grew up in an abusive home or with an abusive parent, or there was something about a grandfather or something like that that was very difficult for you. And maybe it was just the love of one, or you lost one of them that really crushed you and that made you a little hard and all of that, or focusing on certain things to distract yourself from other things. And I totally get that, but don't forget that you have a heart. Don't forget that the heart is meant to be nurtured and understood and forgiven and loved. And just because somebody maybe that you loved you had lost, it doesn't mean that that love goes away. And I really want you to keep that alive, because some of you are just really overworked and that's life, right? We're not meant to work a 9 to 5 till we're 75 years old and we die. Like it's just not it. And I want you to remember how very much that is true. Then we have oh, look at that. Eight of Pentacles in reverse. Ten of Swords. Woo! What did I say? It's literally exactly what I said. Doing this thing that's unfulfilling, you know? And it doesn't mean that you shouldn't do the thing. God, this feels like it was somebody else that reminded me of this. I can't remember who it was. Was it Leo? I can't remember. Um, but there is a life outside of that little pocket that you've been picking your life out of, or that you've been building your life inside of. There's more to it. And I want you to keep that in mind and stop. Like, listen, I understand we all need to work and all of these things, but like, if there are people in your life, for instance, that are super draining, and then they ask you to go to a party and you're like, okay, sure, and that's not really in your guys' nature to be like, fine, when you don't want to do something. But like some of you are doing that thing, or like, hey, can you do my homework for me? Or hey, can you, whatever. Like, stop saying yes to the shit that you don't want to say yes to. Excuse my language, but seriously, stop that. Stop like people pleasing, or stop building your life inside of a pocket. You're not meant to live like that. Okay. Because it's like nothing is really, there you are. Look at that. There you are. Some of you are healers. Woo! There's a whole life inside of you, honey. All righty. Sorry about that, guys. Somebody's calling me. There's a whole life inside of you, and I really want you to remember that. I don't want you to forget about your creativity. I don't want you to forget about your inner child. I don't want you to forget about who made you who you are in the good way, right? Like, I'm not talking about the horrible people. I'm talking about like your grandma who used to make you lentil soup and sing opera in the kitchen or whatever. Like, I really want you to remember that you are the healer. which means you can heal yourself. And what a gift to have, right? You just are you just are the sauce. You just are the source. And sometimes I feel like you guys forget that, but you give it to so many other things that aren't necessarily fulfilling to you. Liberate yourself. That's what you do best. And we have Aquarius. Bitch, listen, do I need to pull another card? The Great Liberator, the Great Awakener, right there. Growth. Love it. Prosperity lies ahead. Listen, like for instance, for some of you who are like, "Oh, I really need to make this money. I really need to," it's already coming, honey. It's already coming. But there are other things in your life that I really need you to feed, because it'll feed you. It'll lead to your ultimate growth. Not what and I know this is probably for like two people maybe at most, but it's for somebody. And I really need you to break free of that mindset, whatever that mindset is. Be progressive. And focus on the things that bring you love, bring you peace, that feed your soul. You know what I mean? Don't just feed your bank account or feed your brain, like that feeds your soul. Thank you so much, Aquarius. Please make sure that you like, share, comment, and subscribe. And you guys can always book with me at hipsy.com/Violetta Alexis. I'm going to move on to Pisces, and then I'm going to do the rest of the super chats, and then I'm going to get out of here. I've been on here for a long time. Holy crap. All right, let's see. Hello, Pisces. Let's go ahead and take a look. The King, this could be a masculine's read for some of you. The King of Wands, for what your higher self wants to tell you, with the World, and the Five of Pentacles. Tell me about that King of Wands. Woo! Wow. This feels like this is for a man, okay? For my Pisces masculines. This kind of is... give me one more. Stop staying in the same place. You're not meant to stay there. There's a bridge, you got to cross it. You know how they say, like, oh, when I get to that bridge, I'll cross it. Like, you're at the bridge. You've been at the bridge for a long time. Now you got to cross it. Okay. What's really in focus, or what you really need to focus on, is either your family or relationship, but it's about you stepping up in some way. Okay. It's about you needing to, maybe you've been, you don't need to walk across that bridge anymore. You need to ride a horse. You need to ride the horse, across the bridge, whatever the thing is. But you need to do it because you've been ready for a long time to get to this point in your life, but you need to grasp it. You've been given all of the life experience to be this person. It's just about, what are you afraid of, or are you, because I mean, that's the thing, right? It's like when we step up into this position of power with more authority, there's fear there. There's more to lose. There's fear that we're going to fail. You will fail. That's how you've got to this place that you are now, is by failing, because guess what? Now you have the lessons, right? Now you have the lessons. Now you know. So when there's more to lose, there's more at stake. But that's the thing, is that's how we move up in life. We go like this. We're like, oh yeah, this feels great. I'm all the way up here. And then we kind of get knocked down a little bit. And it's good for us because it's good for our ego. It's good for, ultimately, the base, the foundation for who we are. Sometimes we need to get humbled. That's what failure is all about. But failure can breed wisdom, but that's a choice, right? The World, the Three of Cups, the Four of Cups in reverse. You're supposed to achieve a lot more than you are, but you can't do it without the people that you love. That's why I said that 10 of Cups, there's something about family or relationship that's really important. There's more that you're supposed to achieve, but you need to get over the, oh, there's this big bridge in front of me and I don't want to do it because I know what's on the other side. Yeah, responsibility and stepping up to the plate in some way, you know? And like, we all have to do it at some point. But there's people that count on you, or there's someone that's counting on you in one way or another, and that can't be the only driving force, but it should be a part of it, and it should be important to you, and it's telling me that for some reason. But you're at that bridge, you gotta cross it, and not just for you, but for others that are counting on you, or for another person that's counting on you. And keep in mind that they'll help you along the way as well. Don't think that you gotta go at it alone, but you are supposed to be in some kind of leadership position in that regard. Woo! A match. King and the Queen of Swords. Stop worrying about, hold on, what's that, Five of Pentacles? Okay, just want to make sure. Stop worrying about if you have enough, if you'll be enough, stop worrying about it. Saturn, Five of Pentacles is Saturn and Taurus. This can like be set limitations to the things that we enjoy, right? Like limiting access to the things that we want to indulge in and the things that we want to enjoy. Guess what? That happens as well. It's called being an adult, right? We all got to do it. But I love that the King and that Queen of Swords is here. Because this tells me that either A, you already have somebody in your corner that is going to be that, like how they say, like, the rib is taken from Adam's, or the rib is taken from Adam, and it's, B, Eve is built, or whatever, like that, it's like that. Okay. Like, there's somebody there that's trying to help you. There's somebody there, like, you don't have to cross the bridge alone. You know what I mean? So if people can count on you, you'll be able to count on people. Water for advice, distance. Your commitment is being tested. Yeah, you got to cross the bridge, you know? Listen to your heart. No, but seriously, like listen to your heart on this one. Don't distance yourself from your heart. And certainly don't distance yourself from the bridge, which is essentially just you stepping up and being the greatest person that you're meant to be, but you have to step it up. You're at this point now, okay? So, walk it. Walk it, baby. Walk the plank. Just kidding. Thank you so much, Pisces. Please make sure that you like, share, comment, and subscribe if you have not already. All right. Thank you so much. Let's go ahead and what's up, Lita? Oh yeah, I'm sorry. Super chats were ended at Pisces. Oh no. I thought I paused the request, didn't I? Oh, tell me that I did. Oh my god, I didn't. Okay, I gotta pause them now. Okay. Oh, I see. Okay. Sophia Bernard, what would have happened to my connection with the Cancer man when I wouldn't have let go of him? Let's see. The Three of Pentacles, the Temperance in reverse, the Nine of Pentacles in reverse, the King of Cups. I mean, I think that this person is in love with you or would have fallen in love with you if it wouldn't have gotten there, hadn't gotten there yet. But I don't like the Nine of Pentacles in reverse and the Temperance in reverse because it feels very codependent. It's too much. It's too much of something. It's like I feel like you guys would have made like a good working relationship. And don't get me wrong, I think that this person would have tried to be very mature and loving, but it feels very trying too hard, or I'm trying to be something that I'm not, or I'm sacrificing myself to please this person or something like that. But it feels very unbalanced and codependent. But I love the King of Cups there, but that Temperance in reverse is going to trump the rest of these cards, which tells me it's like overdoing something, like too much. Something's too much. Your advice is Capricorn, observation, and look at the bigger picture. Okay. I mean, Capricorn's about like kind of doing what you got to do. You know what I mean? I feel like you saw something, maybe you saw the bigger picture and he just wasn't a part of the plan, pretty much. Or maybe he is, and maybe you need to take a look at that. But I feel like you already know the answer. You know what I'm saying? Thank you so much, Sophia. Go ahead and shuffle these. One second, you guys. We have Tiffany Love. Hi, Violetta. I'm 47-year-old Pisces, rising in sun. I'm separated 3 years, living with my 80-year-old mom and my 9-year-old son. I got fired after almost 5 years. I'm getting unemployment and applying for a college grant. Wow. My hangup is I can't decide my study path. I have so many interests. It's difficult to focus on any. Thank you, Tiffany Love. Sure. Do you just want like advice on the path? Let's see. Okay, let's see here. Eight of Cups, Four of Wands, Two of Wands. This can be something around like relationships, or being some kind of counselor, maybe helping people walk away from crappy relationships. Okay. It could be something like a, you're gonna laugh, but it can be something about like an event planner of some sort. I could see that as well. Tell me more. King of Pentacles in reverse, Four of Swords in reverse, Page of Cups in reverse. Yeah, once again, I'm getting something about like counselor or maybe hospitality, or somebody who helps people get through their emotional hiccups or emotional up and downs. I also see something with helping people budget or finance or business, something like that, or help people get their business off of the ground. I can see that as well. Even like family counseling or something like that, maybe as well. Okay. House four, speaking of family. Okay. Grief. Maybe you could be a grief counselor. Don't let pride get in your way. It can be something around family. Therapy, family, can be something around home and family, something to do with the home. But it's interesting that grief is here, because it is because the four house four is about our past. It can be about our ancestral roots. There can be some kind of ancestral trauma that you can help people with, or even just the past in general, like childhood, helping people with their childhood traumas or something like that. It can be about real estate, but that grief there is making me feel like it's more emotional based, more water based. So that's really interesting that those cards popped up. Don't let pride get in your way. It can just be about like the counseling thing, like helping people come over their overcome their crap. Thank you so much, Tiffany. Sophia Bernard, did my aqua female friend text my Cancer crush with sexual intentions? Well, let's see. What were her intentions with the Cancer? She regretted it immediately, if that's any consolation. But you see the Five of Cups, the Strength, the Ace of Wands there. She knew exactly what she was doing. Yes, I do feel like it was sexual. The Strength and the Ace of Wands is about passion, intimacy, etc. She knew exactly what she was doing, in my opinion, with that Seven of Cups in reverse. And with that Five of Cups, I do feel like she regrets it. Opposition, distraction. She's trying to make you believe that she didn't do it. The end of a tough cycle approaches. I feel like you need to dead something. I absolutely believe she had sexual intentions. Yes, unfortunately, and I don't usually say an absolute like that, but I saw that there and I was like, ugh, yikes. So, do I feel like you guys could come to an understanding or an agreement? Sure, but I feel like she's kind of full of crap. Okay, so if she's trying to distract you or trying to make you think a certain thing or whatever, no, I feel like you need to put that to bed. Okay. Thank you, Sophia. I'm sorry to hear that, by the way. All right. Paris, is there anything stable coming in the future outside of all these fuckheads that I'm kidding? Someone I'm equally on the same page with. Let me see. The devil in reverse. Okay, that's good. That can be good. That can be good. Six of Pentacles in reverse. The Six of Wands. Two sixes is good. Tell me more. The Nine of Wands. The Lovers in reverse. The Two of Cups in reverse. Well, so how do I say, right? If we're looking at this from a positive aspect, this is somebody who's very aware that they can take an advantage, that they take advantage of people maybe, or that they have, or just an awareness that they're crappy with money. Okay, that could be it as well. I feel like this person could be in the public eye. This could be somebody who gets a lot of attention potentially. I do like that the devil is in reverse though, because there tells me that there may be a release of some kind of toxic behavior, etc. This is somebody that it feels like they're fighting for their life here. It almost feels as though this person is either misunderstood, or this is somebody who maybe has cheated in the past, but they're trying to turn over a new leaf or something like that. I definitely think that there's some kind of self-worth or self-value issues. This person could be like a heavy spender sometimes because they like the attention of like thinking that people think that they have money or something like that. That's what it looks like. Just give me one more for that. Lovers in reverse. The Three of Wands. I think that this person wants love, but they're very disconnected from self, and I think that the awareness of self that they're engaging in now is helping them to better align with who they actually are or their higher self. And that Two of Cups in reverse makes me feel like this person has had a lot of disconnects in their life. But the good thing is that I feel like they're somebody who's trying, or somebody who is evolving, or attempting to, right? So there's potential there, but potential is just potential, so keep that in mind. Um, House 9, memory, balance, spirituality, and practicality. Okay. This is telling you to work with a mentor or a guru for some reason. It may be trying to bring you back to remembering who you are, or where you were meant to be put on this earth, or, there's something there. Like it's trying to trigger some kind of memory, or telling you that you need to work with somebody in order to trigger something that maybe you've forgotten. Like for instance, when I got sober, I eventually met somebody that was like, "Hey, like I saw your writing, like you do you not write anymore?" And this person inspired. I was like, "Yeah, you know what I do? I am a fucking writer, right?" And so I started writing again, and then I started taking screenwriting classes. And sometimes it's just as simple as that, to have somebody that will trigger that in you. And I don't know if you need to work with a life coach. I don't know what the thing is. But it's also telling you to make sure you're taking care of your spiritual life and your practical life, your practical day to day. Okay. Like, don't get lost in the clouds, basically. And also try to practice optimism. I know it can be hard, especially when dealing with F heads, right? I love you, Paris. Tiffany Love. She just turned 80. I got fired. Hey, I think, did she meant to send this twice? I think she accidentally sent this twice. Um, all right. Is Tiffany in here? Hey, Tiffany, you sent the same question 3 times. Is she in here? I don't think Tiffany's in here. Um, all right. I think I'm going to ooh. I'm going to hit answer offline to see if I can give her an opportunity to ask another question, because I don't know if she meant to do that. Okay. Monica would love to know the energy of the person I'm dating, N, and the energy between us. Sure. Show me the energy that N is projecting towards Monica. Give me one more for that. Ooh. What about the mutual energy between the two of them? Hangman in reverse. It's stuck for some reason. It's a little like there's something that needs to be let go of, or a perspective needs to change. Something needs to shift, but it's kind of like at a standstill. Now, this is curious to me. His energy towards you, the Six of Swords, the Seven of Pentacles in reverse, and the Page of Swords in reverse. He's assuming something about you that is making him impatient or making him feel like, do I need to bring this up? Do I need to resolve this with her? Or do I just need to move on? He can be assuming something about you that's making him feel like, am I wasting my time? And I don't know what that thing is, but I don't know if he's like said it out loud. I don't know if he's going to say it to you, but it's almost like he's just kind of like a little apprehensive or backing away a little bit. But it makes me feel like it's something that he's assuming. There could be like, be careful that this person isn't talking bad about you. Okay. I hate to say that, but the Page of Swords in reverse can sometimes represent that. Okay. If you know, like he would never do that, then don't worry about it. But I don't like the Page of Swords in reverse because he thinks that he knows it all or knows something that I just don't. And that could be why something's stuck or not moving in a certain way or moving the way you'd like it to for whatever reason. Your advice is Gemini displacement. I feel like either you're displacing some kind of anger or thoughts, or he is. And it may just be that we're needing to talk about that. We're needing to discuss that. And be honest. So if there's something that like you kind of know is festering or so, I would just like be honest and talk about it or bring it up or ask the question. You know what I mean? Thank you so much, Monica. Zaza. Hey, V, I went out on a few dates with a new guy named Jim. He's super nice and I'm excited about it. What are his thoughts towards me? Anything I should know? Sure, let me see. He feels like you're ready for adventure, or you're ready for this, or you're ready to kind of trust fall. Like you're like, you know, ready to break out. But he feels like there's maybe a little bit of doubt there, you know? Or maybe feeling like she doesn't have it all together, but she's still like, I'm ready to go. He may feel like you have this excitement about you, but he may also feel like you're like, maybe do I, like there's a little bit of apprehension at the same time, which is interesting. But I like that he sees you as the fool because you're an Aquarius and that's your sign. So if he's viewing you as the major arcana for your sign, you've been watching me for a while. I feel like he sees you in a higher vibration. So I think that's positive. Anything that she should know about him? That's interesting to me. Very, very focused on the past, I think. But I like that the judgment is here because it tells me that he's probably ready to evolve, ready to transform. He's probably in a very transformative place in his life, but it's almost like he's stuck in the birth canal. Like, oh, okay, I know it's coming, but no, wait. Like like he's supposed to evolve to the next stage, but he's like apprehensive towards it for whatever reason, or he's struggling to so he's getting ready to like live his true authenticity or live his purpose or whatever the thing is, answer the call, but he's like also a little kind of no, wait. You know what I mean? For your advice, we have conjunction, wrath, and confidence is your key to success. Well, I don't know what the wrath thing is about. Maybe this guy has anger problems, maybe you do, I don't know, but make sure you obviously keep that in check for whatever reason. Why is that wrath card there? The 10 of Wands. It's saying don't make things harder than they need to be. Make sure you're maintaining your own sense of self-worth, self-value, all that good stuff. Maintain your confidence. That's going to get you in the door. That's going to get you closer to this person. Make sure you don't forget your responsibilities. I don't know why I heard that. That wrath card is interesting, though. I don't know what that's about. Thanks, Zaza. I love you. All right, let's see. Then we have Michelle Inman. What are Taurus's current feelings for me? Let's see. Wants to talk to you about the past. That Wheel of Fortune in reverse. That's interesting. Tell me more. Page of Pentacles. He, this is somebody that wants to put in the effort, but he may have a question about your past, the past, your guys' past, or he's trying to tell you something about a repetitive cycle in your life or his life. But it's almost like that question or that information that he's telling you or is going to ask you is for the bigger picture or is for a bigger purpose or a better purpose in some way, but it's something about um a lack of change or the past or some kind of repetitive cycle. He's very optimistic, though. Page of Pentacles to the Sun tells me that this is somebody who wants to put in the effort, or if this is somebody new, wants to get to know you more, or if this is somebody that's been in your life for a while, especially with that Wheel of Fortune in reverse, this can represent somebody that's still like, there's still so much more to know, or I still want to show her that I can put in the effort. And with that Sun there, I think this person is confident that they can have you. Okay, don't shoot me, but I feel like this person is confident that they can have you, regardless of what you think. I think that's what they feel. But they also, you're somebody who makes them very happy, so they're not apprehensive to put in the effort. It feels like they want to, but with that Wheel of Fortune in reverse, something can be holding them back a little bit. Cardinal is your advice with warning, and the answers you need are coming. What's the warning? The Five of Wands. Ooh. So it's telling you to be brave. Make sure that you take the initiative. Okay. Boundaries are important. That warning with that Five of Wands tells me, like, maybe be cautious of how you talked. I'm not saying like keep yourself in a box or walk on eggshells. That's not what I'm saying, but something can trigger this person, or this person can be very impulsive with what they say, or so this could be like a warning about that, especially with this Gemini energy next to it. Because you see this Knight of Swords with the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. This person can be very impulsive with the things that they say or do, but it's more like something about speech. So that may be kind of giving you a little bit of warning. It says the answers you need are coming. I don't know if you're gonna like them, you know. With all of this, with the warning and the answers you need are coming, especially with that Knight of Swords and that Wheel of Fortune in reverse, it makes me feel like this person may say something that could shock you, or that you're like, wait, what? Like, so it's almost like it's giving you a heads up. I hope that makes sense. Thank you, Michelle. All righty. Um, Elrin, who is Matthew Cancer in love with? Wondering if I should leave him alone. Leave him alone when it comes to that. Let me see. Who is he in love with? Let me see. The Ten of Pentacles. Somebody that may own a business, or somebody that's very future focused. Somebody that could be a Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, or somebody that has that in their sun, moon, rising. Somebody who's very sensitive, loving. This is like this is giving like sensitive, intuitive wife energy. You know, somebody he can build for, build with, whatever the thing is. Nine of Swords in reverse, Ace of Cups. Somebody who doesn't worry too much, somebody who's very trusting, somebody who has a lot of love to give, somebody who could also be very creative as well. This person feels very sensitive and emotional and watery. It's like he views this person as a wife. The moon. Well, in tarot, it's Pisces, but in astrology, it's Cancer. And Cancer's here on the table, so I wonder. Perspective. Your dreams need a practical plan. Your intuition is going to give you all the answers you need, my love. Your intuition and what that's telling you, that little inner voice, is literally going to get you right. I feel like there's something that you already know. It's like you have a perspective that you haven't seen, and it's probably correct. The full moon in Taurus can be to close something out, can close something out in regards to relationship, because it's Venus. If something's not worth your time or attributing to your self-worth or self-value, why do you keep giving to it? Okay, so keep that in mind. Thank you so much, Alvin. I really appreciate you. All right, guys, I am going to get out of here. I love all of you so much. Thank you so much for all of your support. I adore you. Thank you for being here. Shout out to Rick and Lori and Complexity. My mods are incredible. Shout out to Hipsy for being here as well. Make sure you guys follow me on hipsy.com/Violetta Alexis. You can find that as the pinned chat, as the pinned comment in the chat. God, I'm losing steam, guys. You can find that there. And I hope that you guys will also follow me on my socials. You can find all of that information in the description box below. And Rick, thank you once again for doing the timestamps and doing all of that stuff that I just know I'm never going to want to do. So I really appreciate that. And please, 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 you guys have an incredible night. I love you very much, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.